25-23. Abby Farney was the leading scorer for Barren County with 10 points in that game. Sarah Thompson led Monroe County with 14 points and 9 rebounds. And Barren County is ranked 3rd and 4th this week in two different polls, and has won 16 straight over Monroe County, dating back to 2017, and is a 10-point favorite tonight. Monroe County is ranked 7th in one poll and 13th in another. And looking at their respective district standings, Barren County is tied with Warren East in District 15 for the number 1 seed with 5-1 records. Allen County Scottsville is 1-4. Glasgow is 0-5. Those two teams play tonight, but there will have to be a coin flip or a pill bottle to determine the number 1. And if Glasgow beats Allen County Scottsville, there will be a tie for 3rd. So it will be interesting to see how it all comes out. In District 16, Metcalfe County is the 1 seed. Russell County 4-3. Monroe County is 3-5. Clinton 2-4, and Cumberland 2-5. And again, the Trojanettes won by 9 in Tompkinsville and is a 10-point favorite tonight. And if the Trojanettes play as well as they did at Franklin Simpson Tuesday night, Robert, they should get win number 18.
Absolutely. They would probably have a few less losses if they had played all their games like we played at Franklin Simpson, but I know that's not necessarily how this game really works. Was happy with the intensity that we played there, and I think we played with a ton of confidence, especially on the offensive end. Our game plan was really good for the defensive side of the ball. They made an adjustment and went to their bigs exclusively there in the second half, and we just couldn't quite match that. But we'll kind of be a little more ready and also know that we can play with them when we see them again. Tonight, if we're able to play with that same intensity, if we're able to shoot the ball with confidence, I think we can make it 17 in a row. There's only been 2 double-digit games in that streak that you mentioned earlier, and one of those 2 was the game we played at Tompkinsville. So it's been a very lopsided matchup with them over the last, let's say, 7 years. The last time they beat us was also the last time we did not win a district championship, and that was in 17. We've never won since. I hope to continue that streak a little bit. So Monroe County is going to want to make this a low-scoring game. They're going to want to make us work for everything offensively, and really we struggled down there with a couple things. We struggled finding some areas in which we were successful offensively. They played a zone, continued to think they would do that tonight, and we have to adjust to what the defense obviously gives us. But also we've got to do a better job on them defensively, knowing their personnel. The Finley girl hit all 3 of their threes. She is their best three-point shooter. We gave her some good looks. And then we also had some trouble with the drives. So I think our matchups are really important tonight. I think playing them once and being reminded of that as we go over the scouting report and go over the pregame and stuff like that, I think we'll play them a little bit better. But at the same time, Monroe County is playing well. You mentioned the streak that they're on 4 out of 5, but also you could see that when we were down there. They're playing with a ton of confidence as well as we head into the latter part of the season.
And only 2 more weeks left of the regular season after this week. We'll be at Adair County tomorrow night for a boy-girl doubleheader. The boys are going to play first tomorrow night because it's homecoming at Adair County.
Yay!
So, yeah, how about that?
Yay!
Yeah, just what we wanted to hear. Anyway, it'll be at 5:30 for the boys tomorrow night, and we'll be on there at about 5:15 with a broadcast from Columbia. Well, we got more to come with the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip-off. Barren County against Monroe County tonight here on Bobby Steenbergen Court, and we'll return with more in a moment on 104.7 The Score.
It's not about having kids know content knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world, and ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction, but ultimately in the end, they have to build these things, and that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
For me, favorite thing to teach is just anything coding. I guess if I'm picking something specific, it would be JavaScript. That's just my first programming language that I learned, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like there's so many fun things that we can do with that. For outcomes, just seeing any students like continue in the field, even students prior that I've seen like go on to working in different software development jobs, and I even get to like bring them back in after and be guest speakers to my other students is just so, I feel like, such an awesome thing to get to have and get to see.
It's definitely not what you think it is. There's a lot of different people. You meet a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives. It's really a community, and you're kind of there to just help each other.
Just this career, like pathway in general, not just like the pathway here, but just this career, I feel like can be a great opportunity. The flexibility that comes with it, and obviously the pay. That's just something that's great for anyone that's interested in it.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
As we break down some numbers for you, the Lady-Falcons of Monroe County, they average 52.5 points a game. They give up 52. That's only a 0.5 difference. 37% from the field. They've made 83s this year. Now, these stats do not include last night's game at Cumberland County. They weren't posted on the online, so not sure what the stats were from that game last night. But anyway, they've made 83s up until last night's game, 25.8%. That's an average of 4 a game. They shoot 58% from the foul line and 30 rebounds a game. Trojanettes are averaging 53.6 points a game, 41 of their opponents. They hold them to an average of 12.6. Difference, 44% from the field. Trojanettes have made 69 threes this year. That's an average of 3 a game at 29.2%. 67.3% from the foul line and 26.5 rebounds a game. Well, looking at the CRS Construction area schedule tonight, CRS Construction providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. And there are several district doubleheaders tonight throughout the region and over in the 5th region as well. And tonight, the big one is Glasgow hosting Allen County Scottsville, Warren Central at Bowling Green in District 14, also Greenwood at South Warren, District 14 doubleheader. In District 13, it's Franklin Simpson at Logan County, and Russellville hosting Todd Central. District 18, it's Hart County at home against Greene. In District 12, it's Edmonson County hosting Butler County. And in District 20, Taylor County at Campbellsville as they try to wind down the regular season games in district play. Only one single game tonight, Caverna Boys hosting Russell County. And I believe that is it on schedule for tonight. We'll come back and get ready for the starting lineups of tonight's game as we continue the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip-off. Barren County taking on Monroe County tonight at Bobby Steenbergen Court. And all the action right here on 104 The Score.
I have been taking ag class since my 8th grade year. In 8th grade, I was able to be the BCMS FFA secretary, and that's when I first started falling in love with FFA and ag classes. It has made me such a better public speaker. Before FFA, I was scared to get up on the stage and give a speech or even perform with the drama club. But now it has helped me become a better speaker, a better leader, a better server as well, because FFA is also very service-based, and it's really has helped me come out of my comfort zone.
Hey son, what you doing?
Daddy,
I'm going to own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
In sets of 3 with a limit of 6 chairs per family. All donations will support scholarships for Barren County High School seniors. Checks can be made to the Barren County Alumni Association. Pickup for alumni members will be Thursday, March 14th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Contact Jackie Knuckles to reserve those chairs at 651-3787. Pickups will be open to the public on Friday, March 15th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Public pickup on Saturday, March 16th will be from 9 a.m. till noon. And on Saturday only, there is no 6-chair limit. And you must arrange pickup and labor required and bring tools to dismount chairs and load them. The tournament time is almost here. You can hear all 6 games of the 15th District Basketball Tournament beginning Monday, February 26th. That's only 2 weeks from Monday night from Allen County Stottsville High School Gym right here on 104.7 FM The Score. Also, you can hear all 14 region tournament games from Western Kentucky University's E.A. Diddle Arena beginning Sunday, March 3rd. We'll have those games on Nash 103.7 FM and on 104 The Score, the 4th Region Basketball Radio Network. And it's almost here. Tournament time, March Madness, whatever you want to call it. Time to look at tonight's starting lineups. Brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. For the Monroe County Lady-Falcons under 7th-year head coach Clifton Hamilton. His assistant coaches are Lauren Robinson, Sean Mazingill, and Lincoln Arnett. They'll start number 15, Sarah Thompson, a 5'9 freshman, averaging 13.5 points and 11 rebounds. Ansley Turner, number 14, a 5'7 sophomore, averages 11. Carly Yoakley, number 22, a 5'5 junior, averages 10.5 points a game. Ella Kate Finley, number 24, a 5'6 junior, averages 8 points a game. And Chloe Hawkins, number 20, a 5'7 freshman, averages 7 points and 8 rebounds a game. Lady Falcons out of District 16 as they compete against Metcalfe County, Cumberland County, Clinton County, and Russell County. For the Trojanettes of Barren County, under ninth-year head coach Piper Lindsay. Her assistant coaches are Scott Chapman, Brent Spillman, and Michael Toms. Going to start Katie Murphy tonight, number 3, the point guard spot, 5'6" senior. Her first start this season. Of course, this is only her 10th game out of 24, coming back from an ACL injury. Katie Murphy in her 10th game here tonight, starting for the Trojanettes, averaging 2.8 points a game. Abby Varney, number 11, a 5'8" senior, averages 17.2 points and 6.2 rebounds. Katie Elmore, number 10, a 5'6" junior, averages 6.2 points a game. Katie Gerald's number 30, a 5'7" junior, averages 4.8. And Ashley Atkinson, number 35, a 5'8" sophomore, averaging 5.3 points and 4.2 rebounds. Off the bench tonight, Taylor Strange, a 5'10" junior, and Shelby Bird, a 5'6" freshman. Those are the top 2 reserves tonight for Coach Piper Lindsay. Get the local news, information about local events, and much more that you need to know from Barren County and Glasgow online by logging on to GlasgowNews1.com and join James Brown and John Butler for the Brown Sports Bag. Hour-long sports show every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock right here on 104.7 FM, The Score. You're following Barren County High basketball here tonight from Bobby Steenberg and Court on WCDS, 1230 AM, 104.7 FM, The Score. Glasgow online at 104thescore.com and on BC Live tonight here on this Friday night. Of course, it's a busy next 5 days. 4 games in 5 days for the Trojans and 3 in 5 for the Trojanettes as we'll be on the road tomorrow night at Adair County. And the boys' game will start at 5:30. The girls' game will follow. We'll be out there at about 5:15 with a broadcast tomorrow night from Columbia. And then on Monday night, we will be at Bowling Green. The Trojans taking out the Purples. It'll be about the 5th time we've broadcasted a game in Bowling Green High Arena this season. Either the girls have been there or the guys have been there, not just for a regular season game, but also for a one-game shootout that we've had back during the season. And then Tuesday night, we will travel to Metcalfe County. That'll be a girl-boy doubleheader, and we're looking forward to bringing you the broadcast of all those games as it's a busy time. Kind of get you geared up for tournament time with doing all the games during the tournament and all the district regional tournament games. And when you got 4 nights in 5 days, something to get used to.
In some ways, it's going to calm down for us in the next couple weeks before it really gets busy during tournament time. So that's what everybody needs, a little rest right now. And who knows what's going to happen with snow and stuff. But the district tournament's actually, by calendar, maybe a week later than the normal. So you get an extra week of the regular season to spread things out.
Yeah. Farmers RACC Jackie Brown Memorial Opening Tip-Off coming up. The officials for tonight's game are Evan Ray, Chris Reeder, and Mike Goodson. And the officials are sponsored by Monticello Banking Company. NBC is a proud supporter of Barren County High School basketball. Back with the tip-off. Trojanettes and the Lady-Falcons after this break on 104.7 The Score.
What I really like about with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
Here at the Business Department, we offer 5 different career pathways: accounting, admin support, entrepreneurship, management, and marketing. We're also adding travel and tourism to our department also.
Name one career field that doesn't use business skills. You can't, because business skills translate across all careers.
Well, the FBLA and the business pathways are so much fun, and the teachers are amazing. Miss Wright, Miss Rush, and Miss Childress are like my moms at school, and they're awesome. I personally love the marketing pathway, and that's the pathway that I have completed. And so it's a lot of fun, and you get to do co-op your senior year if you've completed the pathway. My co-op is amazing, and I love it here. But the business pathway just has allowed me so many new opportunities to meet new friends. My best friends are in the business pathway, and I met them when I was freshman. And we have just completed this pathway together and had so much fun.
We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the 3 Little Pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
Right of their navy blue uniforms with white numbers and letters trimmed in silver, and the Trojanettes to our left of their home white uniforms, burgundy numbers and letters outlined and trimmed in gold. So we get set for the first quarter of action here tonight, brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Trojanettes are a 10-point favorite. They won by 9 in Tompkinsville. Can they do it again tonight?
I think there's a huge advantage in playing down there for Monroe County. Their gym provides probably one of the more competitive out-of-district home court advantages than some of the other places. I was called out like I usually am when I make mistakes. That's the way we know people listen. Monroe is one of the 16th district teams we played. The others will play at the end of the year.
Yeah. And we don't play Cumberland County this year.
Right.
Chris Reeder will step in to toss it up, and Atkinson gets the tap out to Katie Murphy. Sends it back over to Varney on the right side. Now back out to Murphy. She sets it up.
Man.
Yep. Left side, Atkinson. Atkinson putting down one dribble. Gives it back out to Varney, looking over Coach Piper Lindsay. Now Varney finds Murphy on the right wing. Murphy looking inside, nothing there. Has to circle it back out. Now they go left side with it to Varney. Varney wants to drive to the baseline. She's cut off by Turner. Out top, Murphy, wide open. 3-point shot. Yes.
Katie starting tonight for the first time. The rotation to get her a wide open 3 at the top of the key, and she was ready to knock it down.
Barren County on the People's Bank 3-point shot from Katie Murphy to get the first lead here. 3-0. 50 seconds gone to the first quarter. Thompson gives it out to Turner. Turner on the dribble, going to the left side to Hawkins. Hawkins now looks, sends it now to Thompson, right side of the key, goes to Turner on the right, drives against Varney, cut off, now gives it in there to Yoakley. Yoakley steps back, right elbow, her shot's good.
She's their third leading scorer. They've got about 4 kids that pretty much score all their points, and they're all right around the double-digit mark.
Yep. 3-2 Trojanettes. Katie Murphy with it out front for Barren. Left side it goes to Varney. Now Varney putting down the dribble. Gets it out to Murphy. Another top of the key. 3. No good this time. And the rebound comes off to Finley for Monroe County. Finley sends it off right. Yoakley over to Turner. Turner call for steps. Faked one way. Tried to go the other before putting the ball on the floor. And so Barren County the ball. 6:20 to play here in the first. It is 3-2 Trojanettes. Katie Murphy with it. Out front, right side, Varney. Now Varney. Still on the dribble. Can't penetrate. Dumps it off to Elmore. Left side it goes to Murphy. Now Murphy, cross-court pass. Elmore open, 15. Rim's no good. And a rebound to Varney. Lobs it back out to Murphy. Over to Elmore. Elmore. Now Varney with it. Varney trying to penetrate in the lane. Lost the handle. Got it back out to Geralds. Now Geralds will send it back out to Murphy. Murphy goes back right side to Varney. Varney feeds it down to Elmore. Throws it up and in. Had a defender on her.
Yeah, that was actually tough. She was on. 2 defenders were on her. She threw it over top and off the window.
5-2. Monroe breaks the press. They go into the corner. Turner fakes the 3, drives in, throws up the runner, banked it in, and a foul. Foul is on Katie Geralds, her first, team's first in the quarter. Turner, a 58.5% foul shooter on the season. Puts it in the air, and it's good. An old-fashioned 3-point play. Ties it up at 5. We played almost 3 minutes of the opening quarter. Murphy, left side, Atkinson, bounce pass in the corner, Geralds. Geralds dribbles it halfway out. Back out front it comes to Atkinson. Atkinson getting a lot of pressure out there from Yoakley. Bounces off left side to Geralds. Now Geralds, one dribble out top, Murphy. Fires it off to Elmore, the right wing. Elmore, back out now to Murphy. Murphy swings it left to Geralds. Now Geralds back to Murphy, trying to penetrate in the lane. Here's Varney spinning, going up and under. Nope, can't finish it. Rebound comes off to Hawkins. Pass knocked away by Murphy and out of bounds. They try to go to Turner.
They pack it in. The old pack line defense playing as man, and they do not step a foot outside of the 3-point line. So there's not a lot of room to navigate inside. We're going to have to beat them with a pass, beat them with a cut, or even a back screen.
Mm-hmm. Hawkins with it out top. Sends it over to Finley. Finley bounces it back out to Turner. Gives it to Thompson. Now Thompson goes back out to Turner to reset. 4:18 to play. First quarter, we're tied at 5. Turner, bounce pass off to Thompson. Backdoor, knocked down by Atkinson. Tap back in bounds by Turner somehow. And a 3 by Finley is no good. Here comes Elmore with it for the Trojanettes. Sends it off to Atkinson. Atkinson out top, Katie Murphy. Back over into Varney. Left elbow shot is blocked. And here comes Finley with it for the Lady-Falcons. Bounces it out to Hawkins. Gives to Turner on the right side. Straight away to Thompson. Left side it goes to Finley. Back out to Turner. 3:40 left in the quarter. 5-5 score. They try to feed it down low. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Trojanettes.
Very low scoring, slow pace is what Monroe County wants. That's what it was down there. We have to be the aggressors and set the tone, not to let Monroe do that to us.
Thompson driving in, flips up the shot. It's no good. Got her own rebound. Dribbles out of trouble. Brings it back out front. Thompson averages a double-double, 11 rebounds a game.
They actually have pretty good size, and they're physical. You're not going to be able to push them around very much.
Finley with it out front against Varney. Left side it comes to Turner. Bounces off to Hawkins. Hawkins in the key, taking it right of the lane, going up with a shot. It's no good. Taken by Varney on the rebound. Varney sends it to Elmore. 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Tied at 5. They go into Atkinson and had it smacked out of her hands. So she tried to go up with a shot underneath the basket on the left side. Taylor Strange checking into the Trojan lineup. 5'10 junior, averaging 4.5. Comes in for Katie Geralds. Here's Murphy. Straight away over to Elmore. Down in the corner. Strange putting down one dribble. And it's broken up and stolen by Turner. They try to go to Varney. Another turnover by the Trojanettes. Finley into the front court. Gets rid of it over to Hawkins. Hawkins against Elmore. Back out front, Turner swings it left to Thompson, fakes, goes to the free throw line, backs out, gives it over to Turner. Back over to Hawkins and back out to Turner. 2:24 left to play in the quarter. 5-5. Smacked away, stolen by Elmore. Elmore stops, looks, feeds it to Atkinson, bounce pass across the lane to Varney. Out to Strange from 17, it's no good. Rebound to Thompson from Monroe County. Brings it down the floor. Crossover dribble left. Gives it off in the corner. Here's a 3 by Finley. Air ball. Come out with it is Atkinson. Gets rid of it to Murphy. Murphy ahead, left side. Elmore back to Murphy. Now Murphy, bounce pass off to Varney on the right side. Varney guarded by Yoakley. Brings it back out. A minute 40 to play in the quarter. We're tied at 5. Low-scoring basketball game. Murphy, top of the key. Working around to the right side. Shovels it off to Atkinson. Fakes, drives left. Goes to the right elbow. Throws up the shot. No good. Missed it badly. And Thompson with another rebound. Ahead it goes up to Turner. Turner drives in against Murphy and an offensive foul. And that will be her first foul on Monroe County in the basketball game. 1:22 to go in the first. Shelby Bird is checked in, a 5'6" freshman, averaging 8.5 points a game. She's handling the point right now with a minute 16 to play in the quarter. Bird, right elbow, Strange flips it back off to Atkinson for a three. No good. Battle for the rebound is tapped out of bounds by Monroe County. It'll stay with the Trojanettes underneath. Varney will toss it in right side of the bucket. Comes in the corner to Strange. Out to Bird. Sends it over to Elmore. And here's Varney. Moves in, and he goes off of Atkinson and out of bounds on the left baseline.
We got to continue to move towards the rim. We actually threw it backwards that time and ended up with a turnover. We're trying to force things and really not looking to score very much.
Monroe County breaks the pressure. Here's Turner with it on the right wing. 50 seconds to play in the quarter. Out to Yoakley. Getting instructions from Clifton Hamilton here on the sideline. 40 seconds to go. Right side is Hawkins. Bad pass in the lane, but down on the floor with it. Monroe County comes up with it at a timeout.
No.
I mean, that should have been a walk. They called a timeout.
That was anything but a timeout.
The ball was still loose.
Yeah, that's one of those situations you got to just get on the floor or pick it up. We were trying to dribble it. You just pick the ball up, secure the turnover, and go the other way. Instead, Monroe's able to save the arrow and save the possession with the timeout. So our offense has looked poor in 3 of the 4 quarters down there and then the first quarter to start. So this is the 4th quarter in which we really haven't got anything going against Monroe County. And it is their length, it is their size, it is their physicality a little bit, but it's not like they are big as some of the players on the teams that we played, like Franklin Simpson. But we had hit some jump shots against Franklin early, gave us a lot of confidence, and we haven't made those tonight.
Finley lobs it out to Thompson. Thompson gets it inside Hawkins in the corner. Finley a three. Got it.
He drew that timeout. That's the best three-point shooter. They got it to her in the corner over there. She hit 3 of them against us down there.
Yeah, that's her 37th three-pointer on the season. And Monroe County leads at 8-5 with 16 seconds to play here in the first period. Going to hold it for one, down to 10.
Need to go now.
Elmore starts her move, cuts back left, drives the basket, puts it up, got it, and a foul.
She made that look really simple. I mean, obviously that was a nice athletic move, but we spread the floor. We had great spacing that time, and she just took her man one-on-one. I think we've had opportunities to do that, but it's a choice we've made not to be aggressive. I like that very much there by Elmore.
And Yoakley picks up her first, number 2 on the Lady-Falcons. Free throw is good for the three-point play. Tied at 8. Here's Turner driving right before the horn and shot it over the rim. We're tied at 8 after 1. Barren County and Monroe County will return after this break. This is Trojanet basketball on 104 The Score.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences, and you'll learn a lot about the brain, vital signs, and just all around a lot about science.
classes that we're offering here with Project Lead the Way, it allows them to have those real world problems where they're able to connect with each other, connect across soft skills that they're able to develop and work through those problems together. And so within our school, within our district, we provide lots of different opportunities for students to learn, to grow. And so that's what our goal here is at Barren County Middle School, is to empower students through our learning opportunities.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is, I think it is a game changer, because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum, and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past
Offensive rebounds to add to that.
Finley with it for Monroe County. Guarded by Varney. Bounces it off left side over to Hawkins. Hawkins curves to the right side. Here's Yokley with a shot good for three. She's the other three-point shooter they have. That's her 30th one of the season.
I was just getting ready to say, defense has not been the issue in the couple of games, but the defensive lapses have been matchup problems and them really executing and getting their shooters in position to score as they have on their 2 threes.
Shelby Bird with it out top. Got Addison McFall to the ball game now for the Trojanettes, a 5'4" sophomore. Pass into Elmore to free throw line, trying to back down, gives to Bird, lost the handle, chase it down. Brings it back out, gets rid of it to Varney. Varney hasn't scored yet. Now dumps it into Elmore in the lane, trying to go up with a shot, had it blocked on her, back out to McFall. They feed it to Strange down low. Back out in the corner it comes to Elmore. Now Elmore brings it around, dumps it. It's deflected, but chased down by Strange. Back out to Bird on the left wing. Behind the back dribble, drives, trying to go up, had it swatted away. Puts it up, no good, but a foul. And they put this one on Hawkins. Her first, team's first of the quarter. Shelby Bird, 65% of the season for the Trojanettes, averaging 8.5 points a game. First one is good. And it's 11-9, Monroe County. 6:50 to play here in the first half. Second shot for Bird, also good. 11-10, Lady-Falcons lead it by 1 as Finley brings it up. Finley gets it across the line. Bounce pass right over to Turner. Now looking, out top it's Thompson. Gives it back to Turner. Back out to Hawkins. Bounces back to Turner. Monroe County doesn't go very deep on the bench. Kind of wonder if the Trojanettes might wear them down as the game progresses. Yokley hands it back off to Turner. 6:18 to go in a half. Here's Yokley on the left side. Yokley cut off by Bird in the corner. Reverses it back out. Comes around to the top of the key. Gives it back out front to Turner. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Turner driving to the left side. Throws up the one-hand runner off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Varney. Varney leaves it in the corner with Strange. Long three, no good. Rebound comes off to Hawkins from Monroe County. She's in a trap against rhythm basketball. Finley. Finley getting across the line. Left side, Turner wide open for the three. No good, it pops out. Loose ball to the floor, diving for it, Elmore, and going to get a jump ball possession arrow to Barren. Katie Murphy and Katie Gerald's both returning to the Trojanette lineup for Katie Elmore and Taylor Strange. 5:32 to play here in the first half. The second quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Murphy, bounce pass over to Varney. Varney still has not scored. Out it comes to Gerald's, left side Murphy. Now Murphy, out top, there's Shelby Bird. Right side goes to Gerald's. And now Gerald's looking. Sends it back out to Murphy. Swings it over to Bird on the left wing. Going to fire up a long three. That's an air ball. And Thompson mishandled it. It goes out of bounds off her.
Our last two possessions, we've taken ill-advised threes. It's almost like I don't want to play against this defense anymore, so I'm just going to throw something up. And really, our spacing and our cuts are on top of each other. It's like two receivers running the same route. You just can't get them the ball.
5-second count. Trojanettes couldn't get anybody open, so Monroe County will have the ball. And Ashley Atkinson back into the Trojanette lineup for Addison McFall.
I mean, don't get me wrong, their defense is okay, but the problem is we're relying on our own moves. We're not helping other people. We're not setting screens. It's just kind of one-on-one type situations. And if you don't beat your man, you're not getting the ball and we're not scoring.
Yeah. Yokley around the top of the horn, leaves it with Thompson. Thought about the three. Now she will. She'll take it, and she hits it.
Yeah, she's going to be a really good player for them, and their 2 threes this quarter have allowed them to gain a 4-point lead.
14-10, Monroe County. 3 threes for the Lady-Falcons. 2 in this quarter. 4:35 to go in the first half. Shelby Bird, and she walked. Her and Varney were too close together.
I know I'm being negative, but I just don't like our offense right now. They've got, and that's credit to Monroe County because they're really throwing us off their game, and we're not going to the rim. We're just running a little motion that's not working.
Comes up to Thompson. Turner on the left side. Drives. Throws up. Ooh, almost a collision there, but Katie Terrell stood her ground. That's why she's going to be called for the block.
Tried to attempt a charge, but she ended up really extending her arms out and pushing down the kid instead of taking it in the chest.
Turner is 1 for 1, now 2 for 2 as she connects. The only Lady Falcon to shoot free throws here in the basketball game. 15-10. Second shot. Turner puts it up, and it's going to come off the rim. Rebound to Elmore.
We haven't gotten them to turn it over very much and haven't been able to get fast break points. All that's part of why we haven't scored, too.
And it's Varney. Will shake and bake. Pumps, turns, spins, throws up the shot. Oh, no, it's went over the rim.
Too much of that twisting and turning. You just score it right there, right?
Pass sailing over the head of Yokley and out of bounds, so it'll go back to Barren.
Both teams 4 turnovers now. Timeout Trojanettes. To talk about this debacle of an offensive performance. We played 8 minutes, scored 10 points so far tonight, and we only scored 43 the last time we played them. So we're actually under that average if you go by where we are at the current moment.
Monroe County averages 52.5. Barren County averages 53.6. Well, tournament time is almost here, and you can hear all 6 games of the 15th District Basketball Tournament beginning 2 weeks from Monday night, February 26th. Allen County, Scottsville on 104 FM The Score. Also, you can hear all 14 4th Region Tournament games from Western Kentucky University's E.A. Dental Arena beginning Sunday, March 3rd. We'll have the games on Nash 103.7 FM and on 104.7 FM The Score, 4th Region Basketball Radio Network.
43 is the 3rd lowest point total we've had this year. We scored 35 at Bowling Green, 39 at Taylor County, and then Franklin County had 38. So I guess it's actually the 4th lowest. So.
All right, Trojanettes could use a bucket right here as we played over half the quarter. 15-10 Monroe County. Murphy bounce pass over to Bird on the right side. Now Bird picks up her dribble, sends it out to Atkinson. Atkinson over to Murphy. Murphy on the left side. Varney back over to Murphy. They feed it in there to Atkinson. She got pushed from behind, going up with a shot. So she'll head to the free throw line to foul on Thompson, her first, team second of the quarter.
What I was going to say is we're just really easy to guard right now. All we're doing is throwing it around the perimeter, and actually we're holding it. We're not really swinging it fast, making the defense move. But when we do, like Ann Ashley did there, when we cut and we try to keep the floor spaced, we find a little bit of opening and cash in at least with some free throws.
4 for 4 at the line this quarter. No field goals. 3.5 minutes to play before halftime. Monroe County leads at 15-12. Finley with a bounce pass to Yokley. And now they feed it off to Hawkins. Back out to Yokley. Swatted away. Ooh, they're going to catch Bird with a foul.
That was the right call. She went through the body instead of using her other hand to try to swat it away.
Update score: the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Glasgow leads Allen County Scottsville in the second quarter, 16-6. And here's a bad pass as Atkinson got down on the floor to dig it out. Here's Varney ahead, up the Bird, goes under and puts it in. First field goal of the quarter.
That helps the offense. A quick turnover and transition.
15-14 as the Trojanettes try to trap the ball. And a late whistle here will catch Murphy with a foul. Her first, team's third.
Just a hair late in anticipation of that pass, which had the right idea. Yeah, the way that game's going over there across town right now, that's the boys' game.
That's the boys' game, yeah.
It looks like we'll be playing Allen.
As of right now, yep. 16-6, Glasgow leading. And the ball almost getting away. Here's Yoakley with the basketball. Sends it down the corner to Turner on the left-hand side. And she may have got away with a walk. And Murphy picked off the pass. Goes underneath, and it's knocked out of bounds, or was it?
Yes,
couldn't see. The official was in the way.
So be our ball, but Monroe calls a timeout there.
2:39 to play in the first half. It is Monroe County 15, Barren County 14.
It's 22-8 now across town, and it's about halfway through the second period. So Glasgow having no problem there with Allen County. It's just a few, or just one anyway, of the mini games going on tonight.
Bowling Green Warren Central tonight. Got a lot of district games tonight. Greenwood at South Warren, Franklin Simpson at Logan, Russellville at Todd.
How about that one? Todd's up 17-1 at the end of the first quarter.
Wow. Yeah, of course that's the girls' game, right?
Yes.
17-1. That's what I would. Murphy sends it out to Elmore. Now Elmore picked up her dribble. Turner really putting the pressure on. Count out to Varney. Varney still has not scored. Dumps it down to Bird. Puts it up, and it's too strong. Atkinson getting the rebound, falling to the floor, but got rid of it to Varney in the lane. Kicks it back out to Elmore for three. No good. Rebound. Put back out. No good by Atkinson. Murphy was wide open on the left wing. They didn't see her. Turner, a little pump fake. Puts it up and in on the other end.
And Ashley really working that offensive glass, so I think we've got to have her there.
Varney, three, bottom. There we go.
Yeah, second three of the night. Katie hit the first one to open the game, and it's taken us a while to get another one.
Tied at 17, a minute 55 to play in the first half. Here's a pass with Murphy right there to grab it. Left side, Bird. Bird back out to Murphy. Top of the key, three, bingo!
I think we have to change the tempo of this game. If it's a half-court game, we probably give them a chance. But if it's an up-and-down game, it's our game.
And here's Finley between the circles for three. It is no good. Elmore claims a rebound, gives to Murphy. Here come the Trojanettes again. It's Bird going up, and a whistle. Oh, offensive foul. She charged into Yoakley.
She knew as soon as she was going up that was the charge. She just couldn't hit the brakes and put it in neutral there to keep from bowling over her.
So Shelby will have to go to the bench with those two fouls. Katie Gerald's also has two for Coach Piper Lindsay. That was the fourth team foul of the quarter with a minute 15 to play here in the first half. They go in the middle. Thompson over in the corner. Turner on the left-hand side. Sends it back out to Yoakley for the three. It's in there.
You can't let it get rotated back to her. You let Turner take that one over Yoakley.
And we're tied at 20 with just under a minute to play. Long pass to Strange. Too much on it. Tried to grab it with one hand, but it goes out of bounds. $56.7 to play. And it is Finley. Gets into a trap. Over to Turner on the left side. Circles out. Back to Finley. Over goes to Yoakley. Yoakley's in a trap. Back to Finley. In the middle goes to Thompson. Turns toward the basket. Sends it back over to Yoakley. Down to the right corner. Now to Hawkins and back to Yoakley. And here's Finley. Off to Turner. Baseline shot is good.
You just can't let that ball get in the middle. Once you get in the middle, it opens everything up, and we're almost beat against that 1-3-1 that we're playing.
22-20. Monroe County, 17 seconds to play in the first half. Murphy, crossover dribble left, and the pass deflected out of bounds with 9.1. Elmore out of the side, gets it out to Murphy. 8 seconds. Double screen to the right. Sends it out to Varney. Fakes the three, drives, had it swatted out of her hands. 2 seconds. 1. Turner throws it up at the horn and banked it off, no good. That was the first half of play. Monroe County 22, Barren County 20. We'll be back with our halftime in a moment on 104 The Score.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities and has prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them for med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree. Our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway is just one of those, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
It's not about having kids know content knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world, and ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction, but ultimately in the end, they have to build these things, and that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk, and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
Davidson is the principal at Park City Elementary. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Jay. Good to see you.
How's everything going?
It's going well, going well.
Semester is rolling right along. I mean,
it is.
The second semester is what I'm talking about.
It's very hard to believe that we are this far into the school year.
So tell us some updates, some progress report, or whatever you want to talk about here.
Yeah. So we've got quite a few clubs going on. Academic team has gone well. Our 6th grade team did great. They won quick recall, did great in the test. We just had the 3rd through 5th grade group. They also did well. We're getting ready, gearing up for robotics. Lori Green has taken that on. They won last year, beat everybody in the county, so we're hoping they do that again, hoping to have a comeback. And, we've got running club. Oh, basketball's getting ready to start. We've got intramural basketball.
Intramural basketball,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so we've got Coach Pippin. He's going to he's kind of heading that up, so we're excited.
How many students you have this year?
We have about 370 students.
You pull kids not just from Barren County, but maybe Edmonson County?
Yes.
Park City is kind of right on the border, maybe even Warren County.
We do have, several of our new teachers are from the Warren County area. It's right there off 65, so we do draw from some of those areas as well.
So you got robotics going on.
Yes.
Wouldn't that have been nice if we could have had robotics when we were in elementary school?
I'm telling you.
The things
of course,
they have
Jay,
now.
Yeah, we didn't even have computers then. So
kids today don't know what a typewriter is.
I know. That's how I learned to type.
Anything else you want to add?
Oh, no. Everything's going really well. Just, plowing through. Hope we don't have any more snow days.
Yeah.
Get the
So you've been 4 NTI days?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And one day is actually a makeup day.
That's right.
Have they set a date for that yet?
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be at the end of the school year.
End of the school year.
Pretty sure. That's not set in stone yet,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So.
Well, sounds like a lot of exciting things going on over in Bear Country.
Yes, in Bear Country. That's right.
Park City. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Jay.
You take care.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Beth Davidson, the principal at Park Park City Elementary. We'll take a look at the halftime stats after this break on 104 The Score.
For me, favorite thing to teach is just anything coding. I guess if I'm picking something specific, it would be JavaScript. That's just my first programming language that I learned, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like there's so many fun things that we can do with that. For outcomes, just seeing any students like continue in the field, even students prior that I've seen like go on to working in different software development jobs, and I even get to like bring them back in after and be guest speakers to my other students is just so, I feel like, such an awesome thing to get to have and get to see.
It's definitely not what you think it is. There's a lot of different people. You meet a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives. It's really a community, and you're kind of there to just help each other.
Just this career, like pathway in general, not just like the pathway here, but just this career, I feel like can be a great opportunity. The flexibility that comes with it, and obviously the pay. That's just something that's great for anyone that's interested in it.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
The Monroe County Lady-Falcons leading the Barren County Trojanettes here at the break 22-20. It was tied 8 apiece after the first period. Monroe County scores 14. Barren County scores 12 in the second period of play. This is the halftime report brought to you by Extreme Cheer. For the Lady-Falcons in the first half, they had 8 field goals, and half of those were three-point shots. They were 2 of 3 from the foul line. Ansley Turner and Carly Yoakley both have 8 points apiece for Clifton Hamilton. Turner had 3 baskets, 2 of 3 from the foul line. Yoakley hit 2 threes and a 2. And then you've got 3-pointers coming from Sarah Thompson and from Ella Kate Finley. So they've had 3 different Lady Falcons to hit 3-pointers here in the first half. Chloe Hawkins started the ball game, has not scored. They have not subbed either the entire first half. For the Barren County Trojanettes, 6 field goals. Half of those are 3-pointers. And the Trojanettes hit all 5 of their free throw shots in the first half. 6 points for Katie Murphy. Has a couple of threes. 5 points for Katie Elmore. She scored all those points in the first quarter, and a couple of 2s and a free throw. 4 points for Shelby Bird coming off the bench. A field goal, 2 of 2 from the foul line. A 3-pointer from Abby Varney. 2 free throws from Ann Ashley Atkinson. Katie Gerald started the ball game, has not scored. Taylor Strange and Addison McFall saw action but did not score in the first half. So there's been a total of 7 threes scored in this basketball game, as low scoring as it is. 22-20. Trojanettes down by 2. Barren County with 3 threes. Monroe County with 4. And that's kind of the difference right there, even though it's a 2-point game.
Yeah, half of Monroe County's field goals are threes. Well, I guess half of ours are too. The difference is they've got 2 more field goals and at least 1 more three. So our offense just isn't clicking, and our defense is making mistakes personnel-wise. You should not give up 4 threes to them, especially the ones you're giving them up to. We're 6 of 19 for just over 30%, 3 of 8 from behind the line, 38%. That's a decent percentage, except that's the only thing we're really getting right now. They were 8 of 16 from the field and 4 for 8 from 3. So shooting right at 50% is a number we should not allow, especially from 3. Both teams 7 turnovers. We out-rebounded them 11-8 and had 5 offensive boards. And I think we got to continue with the pressure.
The Lady Falcons hit 4 threes in the first half. That's what the average per game is, 4 per game. So That should be it. We just cut it off right there.
They only shoot 26% from three, but the ones that do shoot it are their three-point shooters, and they trust them, and they shoot with confidence, especially when they're as open as we have allowed them to be. So, like I said, I think we need to continue with pressure. We tried a little diamond pressure. That's the first time I've seen that this year. We tried a little 1-3-1. I think we speed them up. They are not comfortable necessarily, I think, with the speed, with the pressure. They want to play in the half court. So, like I said earlier, we don't want to play in the half court against Monroe. We may want to play in the half court against Franklin, but we want to play in the full court against this Lady-Falcon team. So you have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to change your game plan based on who you're playing. And tonight we need to be able to get it up and down the floor, and they just have not allowed us to do that any whatsoever.
Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Halftime, the boys game, Glasgow 28, Allen County Scottsville 13. So if it keeps like it is, we know who will play who in the district tournament. It'll be Barren County against Allen County Scottsville. Glasgow will play Warren East, that 2-3 seed coming up the week of February 26th. Of course, there'll be a girls doubleheader on Monday the 26th, boys doubleheader on Tuesday the 27th.
How about that halftime score?
17-14.
Central girls are beating Bowling Green girls at the half.
That's a shocker. Pass picked off. It's Katie Murphy. She ran it all the way. Puts up and she missed the layup. Atkinson tried to go back up with it. Had it knocked away. And then Varney chased it down and gets fouled. And it will be on Yoakley, her second, team's first of the third.
And Katie read that perfectly. Part of that knee comeback is jumping off of that leg doing layups, and I know that's something she's not 100% comfortable with right now. Could be part of the reason she missed that.
Yeah. Varney with a spin move, leaves it with Atkinson in the corner, fires it up, hits the side of the backboard. Here comes Turner racing down the floor with it from Monroe, goes to the basket, missed the layup. Murphy with a rebound, the outlet pass chased down. Here's Gerald's with it on the left side. Drives, cuts back to the right. Out it comes to Varney, left wing three, yes!
Abby has been knocking down some threes in the last two games. We as a team have really improved that, especially since Katie's joined the mix.
And that's the fourth three-point shot made for Barren County. Here's Finley for three. She got it on the other side.
You can't give it right back, though. You can't give it right back and rotate it to Finley, who's, again, really hurt us from distance in both games.
25-23, Monroe County. We played 1 minute of the third period. Here the Farmers RACC, Jackie Browning, second half. Third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Elmore on the left wing. Out top is Murphy. Swings it back over to Elmore. Elmore out top to Geralds. Goes to Murphy on the right wing. Looking for a cutter, looking for Varney. Can't get it to her. Goes back over the left side. Here's Atkinson firing away. No good. The rebound comes off to Finley. Finley ahead. Up to Hawkins. Drives in. Puts up the shot. It's no good. Atkinson with a rebound. Long pass from Murphy down to Elmore. She drives under. Missed the layup. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Monroe.
0 of 4. 2 missed wide open layups. We have gotten the offensive rebound off the backside of them, but that doesn't help us trying to regain the lead here.
Murphy looking, feeds it in to a breaking Geralds, and she's fouled. I wasn't sure they were going to call that, but they did. And the foul on Finley, her first, team's third or second of the quarter. So Katie Geralds will be at the line, a 65% foul shooter. She's not scored in this game tonight. First of 2 on the way. It is good.
The reason we're having trouble with our offense right now is the motions. They're just really switching everything. So the motion going to the rim, there's somebody there to guard you, even though your man may be switched off somebody else. You're never open. So the offense and the motion is just not working right now. We're going to have to do something different.
Tied at 25, 6:10 to play, third period. Monroe County with the basketball. Here's Finley with it out front. Looking at a double team, hooks it back over to Yoakley. In the corner goes to Hawkins. Feeds it back to Yoakley, lobs it back up to Finley, finds Hawkins down underneath the basket, dribbles out of trouble, out of the corner, a three, good for Yoakley. That's 3 of them. And that 6 threes for Monroe County in this ball game so far. They lead it 28-25. Nice back door from Murphy to Elmore for the layup.
That's a little bit better. That was a backdoor action that had the floor spread.
28-27. 5.5 minutes to play in the third. Yokley gets rid of it straight away to Finley. And a trap pass was deflected, but Yokley caught it. Pass deflected again in the lane, but they come up with it again, and Finley fires a three and hits it. That's 3 of them for her and 7 for Monroe County in this basketball game.
We're just camping out behind that middle person. We get a deflection, but we got to go get it.
And there's Elmore going under. Nice pass from Murphy to Elmore for the bucket for her 9th point of the game. Timeout by Barren. Trojanettes trail by 2, 31-29 with 5:06 to go in the third period.
Obviously, this defense is not working. The 1-3-1 that we're trying to play and extend with pressure is not working. That's the scramble drill does not allow us to identify and ID their shooters, and that's why what Yokley and Finley have, how many combined 3 apiece?
They have 3 apiece, yep.
So we're going to have to do something a little bit different. We have other things that we're capable of. One of them I would go to automatically is just go back straight man. And if you want to do some kind of gimmick or you want to do something differently, go some kind of run and jump variety like we saw last, I guess that's Monday. It seems like it's more than a week ago, but it was just Monday at Allen County where we were able to identify, had some kind of key where we were running and jumping at somebody just to create a little bit of chaos.
Monroe County leads at 31-29. Of course, Yokley and Finley have already scored above their average on the season. We haven't made it through the second half of the third quarter yet. Here's Hawkins with it right side of the circle. Gives it off to Thompson. Thompson trying to backtrack down low, trying to force up the shot, jump ball. And Thompson goes down hard. Not sure what she did, but it's going to be a tied-up ball. Possession arrow to Barren. Thompson still holding her right arm, kind of right shoulder. So, and Barren County will have the ball. Coming in will be Britton Cole, number 5, a 5A junior. First substitution tonight for Coach Clifton Hamilton. Murphy with it for the Trojanettes. Sends it off, left side, Varney. Varney thought about the 3. Dribbling around the left side of the key. Gives it back to Murphy. Over to Atkinson. Atkinson looking, needs some help. And hands it off in there to Varney. Varney needs some help. She's covered up. They shoveled it back off to Varney from Elmore. Trying to penetrate. Goes up with a shot. Missed it. Rebound taken. Monroe County's got it the other way. Yokley with it in front court. Yokley working around the left side. Hands it off to Turner. She'll bring it back out front. 4 minutes to play in a third. Monroe leads it by 2. Pass picked off by Atkinson. They try to go down on the block to Hawkins. Feeds it up to Geralds. Puts it up. It is not going to count.
She's way underneath the basket. She was underneath, and she almost had a foot out of bounds. That's not a charge. Not a charge, but we get called for that right there.
Yeah. 3 on Katie Geralds. Yeah, she was almost out of bounds. Bounce pass comes to Hawkins. Hawkins cutting back to the left side. And here's a 3 by Finley. No. Got a whistle. Somebody pushed off.
Pushed right in the back. That's Hawkins, right?
Number 2 on Hawkins. 3rd on Monroe County here in the third period. Taylor Strange checking into the Trojan lineup. So we got Strange, Varney, Elmore, Murphy, and Atkinson on the court now for Coach Piper Lindsay.
They're in 3-2 now. They've gone out of that as we seem to have changed some things up in our motion.
Atkinson over to Murphy. Murphy, right side of the circle, gives to Varney for 3. Got it. Number 3 on the night. The People's Bank 3-point shots for Abby Varney. Barren County now with 5 threes on the night. Stolen away. Murphy with it. Gives it off to Varney. Varney pulls up, shoots the 3. No good. And the rebound comes off to Yokley for Monroe. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Barren up by 1. Yokley sends it over to Turner. Turner out to Hawkins, right side of the circle, going to launch it up for three. Almost banked it in. Rebound comes off to Varney. Varney pushed it down the floor, stops, lost the handle, loose ball, scramble for, jump ball, Monroe County's possession. Shelby Bird checking back into the Trojanet lineup for Katie Murphy. .240 play, third quarter. Barren County 32, Monroe County 31. So hand it off to Yoakley. Yoakley on the dribble out front. Sends it over the right side to Turner. Turner bounce past the high post in there to Finley. Turns against Varney, gives it back to Turner. She'll circle back around to the left side and looking right. Going left now. Cole almost lost it out of bounds. And it was smacked out of her hands by Elmore. Now Sarah Thompson coming back into the Monroe County lineup. She'll come in for Cole. 2:14 to play here in the third period. 1 point Barren County lead. Turner. Turner still on the dribble. Thompson comes over to set a screen. Almost got knocked loose. And it's picked off. Varney's got it. Ahead. Too much on it, out of bounds. Intended for Atkinson.
Direct bullet pass instead of just throwing it up and letting her run underneath it. You get them to turn it over for their fifth time. I like the aggressiveness, however.
Down to minute 50 to play in a third. And a pass almost broken up in there by Bird, but retained by, I believe that's Hawkins. Hawkins is covered up, needs some help. Has to force it back out to Thompson. 1:37 to play in a third. 1 point ball game. Thompson with it. Leaves it with Hawkins. Hawkins over to Yoakley. Now Yoakley sends to Turner on the left wing. Down in the corner, Finley. Back to Turner. Turner out top now. Hawkins with it. Hawkins working right, cutting back left. Feeds it back over to Finley. Now they go into Thompson. Lost the handle, got it back though. Turner driving in, shoots a shot blocked by Bird. Taken by Atkinson, gives to Bird. Finds a pass down underneath to Elmore, and she lays it up and in. Oh, what a pass.
Shelby kind of tempted that pass right there, right into their arms, but it was just enough to get it over top of the defense, and great catch and finish.
Thompson fires it up, no good. Atkinson with a rebound. Gets rid of it to Varney. 47 seconds to play in the third. Bird, left corner. Dribbles, sends it back out to Elmore with 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Elmore leaves it out there with Bird. Bird working around the top of the key, going to the left side. Leaves it off with Varney in the corner. 32 seconds to play. She's going to dribble it out. 3 point Trojanet lead, 34-31. Leaves it with Elmore. Down to 22 seconds. She's picked up her dribble, gets rid of it over to Varney. Varney cutting back in the lane. Her short jumper, in and out. And the rebound to Yoakley. Ahead, it goes up to Turner. Turner the right side. Sends it back over to Hawkins. Back to Turner. 4 seconds to play. Here's Thompson driving in. Goes under. Puts it up and in right before the buzzer. And we got a 1 point ball game. It's Barren County 34, Monroe County 33. We'll come back.
I have been taking ag class since my 8th grade year. In 8th grade, I was able to be the BCMS FFA secretary, and that's when I first started falling in love with FFA and ag classes. It has made me such a better public speaker. Before FFA, I was scared to get up on the stage and give a speech or even perform with the drama club. But now it has helped me become a better speaker, a better leader, a better server as well, because FFA is also very service-based, and it's really has helped me come out of my comfort zone.
Hey son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm gonna own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
Final 8 minutes here. Bobby Steenberg in court. Trojanettes 34, Lady-Falcons 33. Barren County scored 14 in the third. Monroe County scored 11. Lady-Falcons hit 3 threes. Barren hit 2 from behind the arc. Barren County's basketball to start the fourth. Brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. As Elmore. Midcourt, cross away, gets it into Murphy. Now Murphy on the dribble, guarded by Finley. Murphy sends it off left side to Bird. Bird looking. Cross-court pass back to Murphy on the right wing. Feeds it now to Geralds. Back to Murphy. Fakes a three. Gets cut off by Hawkins. Back to Elmore. Back out to Murphy. Bounce pass off the right side. It's Bird. They give it to Geralds to the right elbow. Back to Murphy. Left wing three. No good. But she gets cut out by Hawkins. That's her third. Team's first in the fourth quarter. Katie Murphy will be at the line. Knocked out a couple of threes in the first half. Burst of three. Rim's good. (35-33). Murphy's second shot good. Makes it 36-33. And rim's good, makes it 37-33. Trojanettes with a 4-point lead. They are 10 for 10 from the foul line tonight. 7:23 to go in a basketball game. Thompson, right side over to Turner. Turner cuts back right, then looks left, gives to Thompson. Fakes, wants to work against Geralds. Left of the lane. And dishes it inside there. They kick it back to Turner. Curls into the paint. Throws up the runner. Back up, no good. Ball tips out. Geralds grabs it. Throws it behind her, back to Murphy. Ahead, up to Bird. Fakes a three, drives in, throws up the short shot, no good off the bank, and rebound comes off to Thompson. Thompson cuts to the left, turns, whistle, and a foul. Taylor Strange, her first personal, number 1 of the quarter. Abby Varney back in the game, got a short breather there. 37-33, Trojanettes, 6:49 to go. Finley will toss it in. Looking underneath, it comes to Hawkins. Spins over Strange, no good. Taylor Strange getting the rebound. Outlet pass to Murphy, diagonal pass over the left side, Varney. Now Varney's picked up her dribble, goes back out front to Murphy. Now Murphy backing away in the dribble against Yoakley. Sends it over to Elmore. Elmore. Into the corner, goes to Varney. Feeds it, a nice pass to Strange. She puts it up and in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing over the defense.
Overloaded that side, and you had no backside help off the lob. Perfect place to put it. That was Varney that threw it, and Strange that scored it.
And it's a 6-point Barren County lead, their largest of the ball game. 39-33, 6:18 to play.
A nice little spurt for the Trojanettes, not allowing Monroe County on the board yet, in about 1 minute and 45 seconds played in the quarter. You got a couple of, 3 free throws, that is, and a bucket. So in a low-scoring game, a couple of buckets and makes a huge difference. And really, I think once we grab a little bit of confidence, like we are on the offensive end and back-to-back possessions, we can, and you said this earlier, start to wear Monroe down, because they have played 6 kids, maybe 7, but they've
brought Cole in, and that's been on the reserve.
So they played the main 5 pretty much the whole game, and that's tough to be able to do for a sustained 32 minutes in what we're trying to make more of an up and down game.
And we played 8. McFall came in for a couple of minutes back in the first half. Monroe County basketball, 6:18 to play. It is 39-33, Barren. Finley gets rid of it over to Turner. Out top now, Thompson. Thompson looking. Right side corner, Turner. Back out to Thompson. Back to Turner, deep on the right side. Back out to Finley. Now Finley feeds to Turner. Dumps it back off to Finley. Hawkins with it on the right side. Hawkins looking, throws it back out front to Turner. Turner leaves it with Hawkins. Hawkins trying to make a move inside, throws it up on the glass. It's no good. Abby Varney with the rebound. Pushes it down the floor, 3-on-2. Takes it, trying to go up with it. Had it blocked out of her hands, out of bounds. And Ashley Atkinson coming back into the Trojan end lineup for Katie Murphy. 5:32 to play. Varney bounces in the corner to Strange. Out to Elmore. Elmore back in the corner. Varney can't shoot the three. Comes out to the wing. Sends it out front back to Elmore. Elmore got Finley on her. And now Varney with it on the right side. Guarded by Turner. She wants to drive. Left to the lane. Forces up the shot. Won't go, but a foul. And it's on Turner. That's her second. Team second of the fourth quarter. Abby Varney at the line. Into the third quarter of the boys game. Glasgow 44, Allen County Scottsville 25. Free throw good for Varney.
Allen County hadn't hit a three over there in that boys game in the whole first half. How many they hit against us the other?
Oh, wow. Was it 8? Second shot good. And now the Trojanet lead is stretched to 8. It's 41-33. So we come down to the 5-minute mark of this fourth quarter. Turner with the basketball for Monroe. Goes into the left corner to Finley. Back out now to Turner. Turner sends it back to Hawkins in the left wing. And now Hawkins into the key. Back to Turner. Dribbles it around to the left. Reverses back to the right. Leaves it out there with Hawkins. She's going to fire up a three-point shot, and it's no good. Rebound comes off to Elmore. On the fast break, here's Elmore to the bucket. Puts it up and in.
We are just taking over right now.
And here's the pass up to Thompson. She almost lost the handle. Goes up over Gerald's and puts it in. Barren County went on a pretty good run there. Went on a kind of 9-0 run. Just now scoring.
Yeah, to start the quarter.
Yeah. 45, Gerald's on the left side. Sends it back out front to Elmore. Right side it goes to Atkinson. Atkinson on the dribble. Diagonal pass off to Gerald's. Got around her defender. Reversed it up. No. And rebound to Yoakley. Just under 4 to play. 43-35 Trojanettes. Right side Finley launches. No. Rebound comes off to Atkinson.
Let's hope they've gone cold too.
They head up to Varney. Finds Strange down low. Back out to Varney. Out of the corner for 3. No. And a rebound comes off to Finley. Monroe wants to push it underneath. Turner lays it up and in.
We don't need to give them opportunities to get back in the game. Back-to-back field goals.
Katie Gerald's with it on the left side. Back out to Elmore. Largest lead's been 10. It's now 6. And now nice move by Elmore. Gets fouled. The bucket counts.
Nice. You're almost kind of like we were in the boys game the other night in a layups only mode where we were at Franklin. We want to continue to score it, but you don't want to take 4 shots. So if you continue to score it but use offense in a layup only mode like Elmore did there, that is more than safe.
Yeah. Foul was on Finley, her second. Here's Elmore's free throw. It's no good. Came up short. Got her own rebound in the lane. Dribbles out of trouble. Gives to Bird. Now Bird sends it back out front to Elmore. That's the first free throw miss by the Trojanettes tonight. We're 12 for 12. And Bird in the lane throws up a floater. No good. Collision. Offensive foul on Shelby Bird. That's going to be number 3. Second foul of the quarter. So it's Monroe County's basketball with 3:02 to go. Barren County up by 8, 45-37. Left side is Hawkins. Goes into the key, dribbled it off her foot, fell down, got rid of the basketball to Yoakley. Yoakley back out to Turner. Turner curls away, comes back out front, gives it to Hawkins. Hawkins in the key, back out to Turner. 2:40 left in the contest. Right side it goes to Thompson. Thompson out top. Yoakley turns and fires, hits the 3.
Yeah, too much space.
Yep, it's number 4 for her, and it's a 5-point ball game. Still got 2:25 left.
3 field goals. this quarter, right back to back after a big drought about half the quarter.
Strange up the baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Tapped out, Elmore off to Atkinson. Here's Bird, open, three-point shot, no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds.
Not what we would need if you're in a layups only type mode.
Been outscored 7-2 this last spurt. 2:09 to play. Monroe with the basketball. Barren up by 5. 45-40. Left side it goes to Turner. Bounces it out now to Hawkins. They try to feed it down to Thompson. It's taken away by Varney. Varney gets it into the front court. Varney, crossover move, down the lane, splits the defenders, puts it up and in. 47-40. 13 for Varney, 10 in the second half. A minute 40 to play. And apparently Monroe stepped out of bounds. Hawkins tried to go up the baseline. And Barron's basketball as it comes into Elmore, and she is going to be fouled by Yoakley.
Turnover 16 for the Lady-Falcons. They had 7 in the third period.
4 fouls in the quarter against Monroe County with a minute 37 left. Barren leads it 47-40. Bird, we have another foul here. I didn't see it, but
they fouled Shelby before she threw it.
Hawkins picks up her 4th. Team's 5th. That'll put Shelby Bird at the foul line.
Probably a good thing. I think she probably was throwing that one out of bounds, actually.
Shelby Bird is 2 for 2. Scored a bucket and 2 free throws in the second quarter. First one good. 48-40. One more for Shelby Bird. It's on the way. She got them both. 49-40. Trojanettes, a minute 35 to go. There's Finley in the backcourt. Sends it over to Thompson. Thompson drives against Bird. Goes inside. Spin move. Off-balance shot. Good. And a foul.
There's no need for that contact. Even though it was very minimal, you don't want to give them any extra for stopped clock opportunities to score.
4 fouls on Shelby Bird, 3 on the Trojanettes here in the fourth quarter. And Hawkins is going to check out, and it is Talia Sheffield in the ballgame, number 0, a 5'6" freshman. 49-42. Thompson for one shot. It's on the way, and she got it. That's the lead to 6 at 49-43. Still with 26 to play. Ball contested of Varney. Varney being chased in the backcourt, and a foul. This one is on Finley, her 3rd. Varney 2 for 2 at the line. He's knocked down 3 threes tonight. A field goal from 2-point range. Free throw good. 14 for Abby Varney. Katie Elmore leading the way in points tonight with 15. And Varney puts this one up and in to match her with 15.
It's a weird time to be subbing some of the kids that he's subbing. And he's putting several new kids in over the course of the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, we've got Campbell Biggerstaff at the ball game, number 10. Here's Turner with the basketball. Gives it out to Finley. Finley over the right side to Biggerstaff. Back out to Turner. Minute 12 to go. Turner driving. Throws it back out for a 3-point shot. It is no good. Rebound comes off to Varney. And a foul off the missed 3 by Yoakley. And it will be on Finley, her 4th.
You could tell they're a little tired, too. As you had rightly predicted earlier on. We just worn them down over the course of the game.
Varney back of the line. 2 more. Got it. Biggerstaff came in for just a minute, and Hawkins is back in for Coach Clifton Hamilton. Second shot for Varney on the way. Good.
I wanted to make sure I waited after that free throw, but we have shot free throws really, really well.
53-43. 1 minute to play in the basketball game. And it is Thompson driving, had it slapped out of her hands, and apparently went off her and out of bounds. Went off her foot, her leg. So the Trojanettes will get Mahala Burton in the ball game, a 5'7" 8th grader, along with Hannah Wilson, 5'4" freshman, and Riley Wilson, a 5'10" sophomore, Hannah Bragg, a 6' sophomore, and Addison McFall, a 5'4" sophomore. 52 seconds to play. Barren has a 10-point lead. Here's McFall, gives it to Burton. Burton on the left side, dumps it into Bragg. Bragg turns, gives it down low to Wilson. Back out it comes to it's Hannah Wilson and Riley Wilson. Here's a pass down to Riley Wilson. Throws it back in the corner. Burton trying to go baseline. And that ball gets loose. It was a bad pass. And coming up with it is Finley with 27 seconds. Finley driving, goes in, and there was a collision. Going to call an offensive foul. Riley Wilson taking the charge. It's on Finley, and she's going to foul out with 22.9 with 3 threes tonight. 9 points for Finley. Cole will come in to replace her. 20 seconds to play. Barren will get their 18th win of the season. 14 seconds left. Comes out to Burton. 8 seconds to play. Over to McFall. Has it knocked loose. Scramble for. And down to the floor. Ball gets loose again. That will do it. The Trojanettes will win it by 10. 53-43. That was the margin expected by the Trojanettes to win the ball game by 10, and they do so. 53-43, the final score, as the Trojanettes go to 18-7 on the year. Monroe County falls to 10-12 on the season. And we'll get Coach Piper Lindsay up here in just a moment for Coach's comments, brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a meal today at McDonald's on Smith Road. Coming up, we'll have the post-game report, brought to you by CPC Commodities, proven at our farm and made for yours. Coach Lindsay making her way up here now. Coach, congratulations to you. Another hard-fought win against these Lady-Falcons. You came in as a 10-point favorite. You win by 10. I thought you may have warmed down a little bit there that fourth quarter.
Yeah, I thought we did a much better job in the second half. Just our energy. We just didn't have much energy the first half. They kind of said that they were tired, which we can't make that excuse. I mean, they played a game last night, a district game at that.
That's true, yeah.
But, I mean, it has been a long week in our defense. You know, Monday, Tuesday were really, really rough games. Of course, we took off Wednesday. But regardless, we found a way to win. I thought we picked up, like I said, our energy and intensity and did a much better job in the second half.
Now you outscored them 19-10 in the second half, and we really hit our free throws. We only missed one free throw the entire night. I was looking at it, 13 for 14 in the second half, 18 for 19 for the game.
Wow, yeah, I know early in the year we couldn't say that, but I thought very, very proud of the girls for kind of finding, getting to the rim and getting fouled. I mean, obviously we hit some because they were trying to foul, but you got to make those, and definitely proud of the girls.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, you got to go to Adair County, a team that's 7-17 on the season. We got the second game tomorrow night, right? I mean, the guys are going to play first. They got a new coach, which is their fourth coach in 7 years. I did a little premature prep for it tomorrow. Ellie Cheatham is their best player, 15.5 points a game.
Yeah, scores pretty much inside. I watched a little film today. Solid, really physical, 5'11", I believe. So, again, kind of like Thompson. We're definitely going to have to make sure we know where she is. Got to block her out. She's a really good rebounder. She averages double-double, so we got to make sure we block her out, get her off the boards. But regardless, it doesn't matter about them. We've got to make sure we bring the intensity and the energy. Hopefully we can get some rest. Of course, we got the freshman district tournament in the morning. Hopefully we can get another one there. But regardless, we got to be ready to go.
I thought Katie Murphy, you started her tonight for the first time this season, coming back from the ACL, her 10th game of the year. Knocked out a couple of threes for you there in the first half, hit 3 free throws, finishing the night with 9 points. It was good to see her back, kind of getting back to her normal. She's still away from doing that, but I can see gradually getting there.
Right, and I think that we're trying to do this right now so we can get some kind of a routine basically and a rotation. It's a little different when Murph is out there. I think we need to realize we got to run. We don't need to wait for the ball. Let's go. She'll get it to you, which she does a really good job of passing ahead. And just defensively, she just brings a whole other aspect, a whole other level to her. And, you know, she's just we're just so glad that she's back on the floor. But like I said, we still got to learn to play together a little bit more, which we still got 5 more practice games left. and hopefully we'll be playing the best here in about 2 weeks.
I thought Katie Elmore had a good game for you
Katie
tonight.
Elmore,
Scored 15 points, 10 in the second half.
She did. She just does such a good job of getting to the rim. She's quick. She's got a quick first step. Defensively, she's guarding a big at times, a guard at times. We're asking a lot out of her. But when Murph's on the floor, that's even a bonus to Mo. We can get her the ball, and she doesn't have to bring the ball up all the time, and we can try to get her in transition, and I thought she did a good job of running the floor.
And Abby Varney, 14 of her 17 in the second half, knocked down 3 threes.
Yeah, Abby was solid. And again, we know what she can do. And I thought she did a good job kind of passing the ball too, and defensively as well. Abby has to keep stepping it up.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you on this 18th win of the season, and look forward to number 19 tomorrow night over in Columbia.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Coach Piper Lindsay, the Trojanettes winning 53-43 over Monroe County to go to 18-7 on the year, and Monroe County dropping to 10-12 on the season. We will come back and talk about some stats and scoring after this timeout, as this post-game report is brought to you by CPC Commodities on 104 The Score.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class, hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people, and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
What I really like about with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
Barren County Trojanettes win it 53-43 over the Monroe County Lady-Falcons tonight to go to 18-7 on the season. Monroe County drops to 10-12. The Trojanettes and the Lady-Falcons were tied at 8 at the end of the first quarter. Monroe County went up by 2 at halftime, 22-20. Barren County went back up 34-33 after 3 periods of play, and then outscored Monroe County 19-10 in that final quarter to win it by 10, 53-43. Monroe County had 16 field goals. Half of those were three-pointers. They were 3 of 4 from the foul line and almost had 4 players in double figures. Carly Oakley had 14 to lead the Coach Hamilton squad, 4 threes and a 2. 10 points each for Sarah Thompson and Ansley Turner. Turner scored 8 of her 10 in the first half, only held to 2 points there in the second half, which was the fourth quarter. Thompson's 10 came on 4 field goals, 1 of 3, and 1 for 1 from the foul line. Ella Kate Finley with 3 threes for 9. Chloe Hawkins did not score. She started the ball game. For the Trojanettes tonight, had 1 fewer in field goals, 15, compared to Monroe County's 16 field goals. And out of the 15 field goals, 5 were from behind the arc. But the Trojanettes shot the free throws very well, 18 of 19 from the foul line. And leading the way tonight in scoring, Abby Varney finishes with 17. She had 14 of those in the second half. She had 4 baskets, 3 of those were three-point shots. She was a perfect 6 for 6 from the foul line. 15 points for Katie Elmore tonight. 10 of those coming in the second half. All 7 baskets and 1 of 2 from the foul line. Katie Murphy with 9 tonight. Couple of threes and 3 for 3 from the foul line. 6 points for Shelby Bird and a field goal and 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. 2 points each for Katie Geralds as Taylor Strange picked up a field goal. Geralds was 2 for 2 from the foul line, and Ashley Atkinson hit 2 of 2 foul shots. So big difference in the game tonight was the free throws. Barren hits 18 of 19. Monroe hits 3 of 4.
Well, you got to get there to be able to make them, so they did a really good job with that and just executing down the stretch and finally gaining some confidence. Our overall stats tonight were 15 of 40 for 38. We were 5 of 13 from 3 for also 38%. As you mentioned, they made 1 more field goal, 16 of 35, and hit 3 more threes. So, you look at those stats alone, and the only reasonable explanation we're able to win by 10 is those free throws that you mentioned. So they shoot 46 from the field and 47% from 3, so they actually shot the ball really well. We forced them into 18 turnovers, committed 13 ourselves, out-rebounded them 25 to 17, 9 offensive boards for us. I only had them for 1 offensive board. Another reason that we were probably able to sneak out this win tonight was that big difference there in the offensive board. So we finally got a little pressure on them, finally turned them over a few times, hit a couple of threes at the right times, and really just kind of snuck it out of there. And you go to Adair County tomorrow night, who you should be able to pick up a win against, but you'll have to go play and be able to score the basketball. That's where we have moments where we really struggle. So if you look at it, we're going to have a really extended in-between games
T-League tonight.
They're calling everybody out and recognizing them by name, which they should do. So good recognition for the kids, but a little extended halftime for us tonight because of that. So one thing I was thinking about during the game is that's going to be a really competitive district over there.
Yes.
You got Metcalf, who is 8-2 overall in the district, and I know nobody plays 10 district games, but the reason is probably some tournaments or something in there. So they're 8-2 in the district overall by that, and then 14-9. Russell's 12-8. Cumberland County's 13-10, and Monroe County is now 10-12. So they're all really lumped right there together. I think Monroe's probably playing pretty good, but they just haven't had a whole lot of luck. Really in the postseason over the years. Even when they were in this district, they didn't really have a whole lot of luck. But it should be a pretty competitive district. Metcalf has not had the year that I think people expected them to have, but I still think they will probably be able to compete and win that district when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see who comes out of that, because you've got 5 teams. Somebody's going to play the play-in game, 4 and 5 seeds. So we'll see how that all pans out. Monroe County tonight with the Lady-Falcons doubled their average of 3-point shots made. They averaged 4 threes. They hit 8 tonight. Trojanettes' 17th straight win over Monroe County. They do it 53-43 over Monroe County tonight. Time to name our MVP of the game, brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Jamie Harris.
Katie Elmore.
Yes.
Is my player of the game tonight.
I agree.
She had some buckets at times where we were really struggling and found a way to get to the rim tonight. And she has that unique ability, I think, to really find it, get to the rim. And it would, not be a bad idea to really spread it and space the floor and let her work sometimes to get to the rim and try to finish when we're struggling, a little high ball screen, something like that. We've got to add a couple wrinkles, and you've got just enough time in the next couple weeks to do that in offense. I'm not saying a complex play that turns itself over and over, anything like that. You just need a couple quick hitters, a couple of let's get the pressure off of us. Let's find something that can score when we're struggling to space them out or struggling with our cuts and our motions that we've run really for years. So I think she gives that dynamic, and we, get Katie back in the mix. Katie Murphy tonight starting and kind of have some normalcy with her. But if Katie Elmore can score it, if you can get Ann Ashley to really get in there and rebound, if she scores it too, great, but we need her in there rebounding offensively, giving us some second chance. You know, everybody's got to have their role, and I'm not saying they can't go outside of that, but everybody has that little role. This team's a much better team overall, but specifically a better offensive team because we were able to space it out and really allow everybody to work.
Yeah. Katie Elmore, MVP of the game, brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Jamie Harris. Again, the final score, Trojanettes 53, Monroe County 43. Tomorrow night, the Trojanettes will play the second game. The Trojans will play the first game tomorrow at 5:30. It is homecoming night at Adair County, so I guess that will be going on in between games, and that was one reason why the boys are playing first tomorrow night, I guess. I don't know. With the girls playing second, usually have it halftime of the second game, but maybe they're having it at halftime of the first game. I don't know. I don't know what the procedures are at Adair County, but I know the boys are going to be playing first at 5:30, and so our broadcast about 5:15 tomorrow night from Columbia. Well, when we come back, anything you want to add? Something else?
I'll throw in a couple scores here since we're wrapping up the girls. Let's throw in a couple of girls scores here and a boys. An interesting score. I don't have the final on it, but this is something I mentioned earlier in the night. Warren Central girls have stayed ahead of Bowling Green. It's 33-31 with 21 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Warren Central is up 2. I thought it was a typo when I saw it earlier.
Have somebody out or what?
I don't know, but here into the first quarter score, Bowling Green did score in the first quarter. It was 11. I think I'm trying to scroll back and find it. It was 11-0. I'm pretty sure what it was. 11-0. Central was ahead of Bowling Green at the end of the first quarter. So I thought it was really strange, but we'll see if we can get a final on that for you really quickly when that happens. We do have a final on the boys game across town. Glasgow 61, Allen County 38. No problem there. Allen County is the 4 seed. Glasgow will play Warren East. We will play Allen County on Tuesday of the district tournament week. Greenwood girls beat South 44-34 to follow up that win over Bowling Green. And what's interesting, not that it maybe matters, Greenwood could actually be in competition there for that 1 seed if Bowling Green's able to pick up that second loss.
Well, that's true.
I don't know what the rest of it looks like. Will that really matter to Bowling Green? Probably not. But just kind of an interesting score that we followed throughout the night.
All right. Well, when we come back, we'll have a Don Franklin Glasgow Canada tip-off, the Trojans and the Falcons. It's next on 104.7 The Score.
Here at the business department, we offer 5 different career pathways: accounting, admin support, entrepreneurship, management, and marketing. We're also adding travel and tourism to our department also.
Name one career field that doesn't use business skills. You can't, because business skills translate across all careers.
Well, the FBLA and the business pathways are so much fun, and the teachers are amazing. Miss Wright, Miss Rush, and Miss Childress are like my moms at school, and they're awesome. I personally love the marketing pathway, and that's the pathway that I have completed. And so it's a lot of fun, and you get to do co-op your senior year if you've completed the pathway. And my co-op is amazing, and I love it here. But the business pathway just has allowed me so many new opportunities to meet new friends. My best friends are in the business pathway, and I met them when I was a freshman. And we have just completed this pathway together and had so much fun.
We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the 3 little pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
Back with the Don Franklin Glasgow countdown to tip-off for the boys. For Coach Warren Cunningham, the Trojans went to Franklin Simpson Tuesday night, getting their 15th win of the season, defeating the Wildcats 54-44. The Trojans shot 49% of the field in that game, 21 of 43. There were 7 of 21 on three-point shots. Tate Spillman led with 17 points, followed by Mason Bunch with 11 and Waylon Clemens with 10. Barren County 15-8 overall, going 2-2 since the 1-point double overtime loss at Monroe County 2 weeks ago tonight. Winning over Greenwood 57-54 in double overtime, a 20-point loss to Butler County at the Owensboro Sports Center last Saturday, a 15-point loss to Allen County Scottsville on Monday night, and the 10-point win at Franklin Simpson on Tuesday. The Falcons are 13-11, losing 3 of their last 4 since the 1-point double overtime win over the Trojans, and 6 of their last 8 games. A 12-point loss to Clinton County, 6-point loss to Russell County, and last night lost by 1 point to Cumberland County, 58-57, all those 16th district games. And Monroe County has lost 9 games by 9 points or less. Well, in the game 2 weeks ago tonight, Barren County shot the ball better than Monroe County. The Trojans were 21 of 54 for 39%. Falcons were 20 of 55 for 36.4%. Barren was 7 for 29 on three-point shots. Monroe County 3 of 12. The Falcons out-rebounded the Trojans 39-28 and made 16 of 25 foul shots to Barren County's 9 for 12. Tate Spillman led Barren County with 22 points in that game. Branson Williams had 18 points and 16 rebounds. Bryson Knuckles scored 17, and Austin Arnett added 13 points to lead the Falcons. The win by Monroe County broke an 11-game Barren County win streak. Barren County is 5th in one poll and 4th in another in Region 4 this week. Monroe County is ranked 10th in one poll and 7th in another. And the Trojans are a 6-point favorite in one rating and only 2 points favorites in another rating. We will see possibly another nail biter tonight. We'll find out. Looking at the respective district standings, Barren County is tied with Warren East at 4-2, but the Trojans are the 1 seed with 2 wins over the Raiders. Glasgow is 2-3. You may say now they're 3-3 because they defeated Allen County Scottsville, who is now 1-5. So now it's all set that the Trojans will play Allen County Scottsville on their home floor in the 15th District Basketball Tournament. Glasgow will play Warren East in the other game. And looking at Monroe County, they actually have the worst district record in District 16 at 1-7, and will have to compete in the play-in game, the 4 and 5 seed, which they will play Metcalfe County, who is 2-6. Russell County has the best record at 6-1. Clinton County is 4-2. Cumberland County 4-3. So Russell County will play either Monroe County or Metcalfe County in the 16th District semifinals, with Clinton County and Cumberland County probably playing each other. There's still a few games left to go on the district schedule in District 16, and that will be an interesting district, just like the girls over in District 16, as all the teams are capable of beating each other. Final score on the Coca-Cola scoreboard: Hart County wins over Greene County tonight. That's a district game, a girls' district game, 66-62 Hart County. Dia Bradley had 38 points in that game. We're still about 9.5 minutes away from this one. We had an extended in-between games with the T-League players being introduced and recognized tonight. And tournament time's almost here. It starts 2 weeks from Monday night. And you can hear all 6 games of the 15th District Basketball Tournament beginning 2 weeks from Monday night from Allen County, Scottsville on 104.7 SOAR. Also, you can hear all 14 4th Region Tournament games from Western Kentucky University's E.A. Diddle Arena. Been doing this now for 30-plus years, and we're looking forward to that as well. It's always a fun time with district and region tournament games, and being able to broadcast every single game of the tournament, both girls and boys. It starts Sunday, March 3rd And we will have those games on Nash 103.7 FM and on 104.7 The Score, the 4th Region Basketball Radio Network. When we come back, we'll take a look at some stats, and we'll look ahead of the starting lineups of tonight's game between the Trojans and the Falcons next on 104 The Score.
Medical Detectives is part of the Project Lead the Way curriculum, a feeder to the biomed program at the high school. One of the things that I really enjoy about this class is that it does expose the students to a number of different medical careers and give them ideas that there are numerous potential career opportunities for somebody in the medical field.
I would definitely recommend the class for someone who has interest in medical sciences, and you'll learn a lot about the brain, vital signs, and just all around a lot about science.
Classes that we're offering here with Project Lead the Way, it allows them to have those real world problems where they're able to connect with each other, connect across soft skills that they're able to develop and work through those problems together. And so within our school, within our district, we provide lots of different opportunities for students to learn, to grow. And so that's what our goal here is at Barren County Middle School, is to empower students through our learning opportunities.
I'm super proud of what we've been able to build in the last few years in our program. Our goal has always been to set students up for success. But what this does is, I think it is a game changer because it creates that next step of connections for students to what we're doing in the curriculum and allows them to really see hands-on what nobody else gets to see.
I've absolutely loved the past 4 years being in biomed. I have got so many wonderful opportunities and it has prepared me so much for my future.
I really feel like our rigorous curriculum really prepares them for med school, physical therapy school, pretty much any graduate medical degree. Our table is a great asset. It's really just a really good supplement to help their learning.
Barren County High School is very fortunate to offer multiple career pathways. The biomedical pathway is just one of those, but our focus is always to have students hands-on experience that prepare them directly for the career that they're going to have when they graduate.
Butler sending me some information on that Hart County, Greene County girls game tonight. Dia Bradley had 38 in a 66-62 win over Greene County. She has scored 3,000 points. She's the all-time scorer, boys or girls, at Hart County. 3,000 points. And a couple of score here. Sacred Heart, #1 team in the state, beats #2 George Rogers Clark, 61-49. Sacred Heart, they're really good. They probably win the state tournament again.
Give you another score. I got that final for you. Bowling Green did lose to Warren Central tonight, 34-31.
That is unbelievable. That's kind of like Barren and Allen boys the other night. That's what it kind of reminds me of. How long has that ever? Yeah, I was going to say, how long has that been since a Warren Central girls team beat Bowling Green?
2007.
17 years.
2007. So wow. Yeah,
that's a shocker.
Been a really long time, but I mean,
well, Greenwood beat them by 1 point, so Warren Central beats them.
Yeah, and I don't know the dynamics. Did they have somebody out? Did they, what was it? But we easily beat Central, so that just doesn't really add up with the point spread. But neither did Allen. Barren was getting tonight. Then Allen goes and gets beat by 25-30. I don't know what the final was. I don't have it written down. I know it was handily.
Glasgow Allen final was
61-36.
61-36.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's the District 15 boys is set now. Barren will play Allen. Glasgow will play Warren East. Well, that's going to be an interesting tournament, I think. Of course, it's at Allen County, Scottsville. Girls not hardly set yet. Of course, we'll have to, we're tied with Warren East for the 1 seed, so we'll have to wait and see with the pill bottle, envelope, coin flip. I don't know what they'll use, but I don't think it'll be RPI.
District meeting next week? Or the
week
It is
after? The 21st.
Okay.
21st.
So the week right before region or the district.
Right before the district, yeah. Time to check out tonight's starting lineups. The starting lineups are brought to you by SCRTC. Global Communications, Ashley Gerald's in its fourth season at Monroe County. Falcons are 13-11. His assistant coaches are Daly G., Houston Gillenwater, and Dwayne Murray. And they will start Austin Arnett, number 22, a 5'11 senior, averaging 17 points a game. Bryson Knuckles, number 14, a 6'3 sophomore, averages 15 a game. Branson Williams, number 3, a 6'5 sophomore, averages a double-double, 12.5 points and 10.5 rebounds. Caden Gerald's number 2, a 6-foot sophomore, averages 6. Jamison Pettit, number 11, a 6'2 senior, and he averages 4.5 points a game for the Falcons. Barren County Trojans under head coach Warren Cunningham in his 16th season, 15-8 on the year. Assistant coaches Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, Gavin Withrow. Number 5, Tate Spillman, a 6-foot junior, averaging 15.3 points a game. Bray Bewley, number 3, a 6-foot junior, 8.6 points, 4.2 boards. Waylon Clemens, number 33, a 6-foot junior, 6.5 points a game. Mason Bunch, a 6'4 senior, 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. Graham Hall, 6'5 senior, number 10, 8 points and 6 rebounds a game. Trojans will be without William Compton tonight, 6'3 senior, who's been averaging 7.6 points a game. He's out due to illness, I understand. They'll bring in Jackson Reese, a 5'11 junior, Kate Hardy, a 5'11 sophomore, Gavin Nutt, a 6'5 sophomore for the Trojans. Again, tomorrow night, the boys will play first, then the girls at Adair County. Boys game will start at 5:30. We'll be on there at 5:15 from Columbia. Then we'll head to Bowling Green Monday night for the rescheduled game between the Trojans and the Purples. I think that's a JV varsity doubleheader. I think the JV game starts at 6. We will find out for sure. Then Tuesday night we'll travel to Edmonton, take on Metcalfe County in a girl-boy doubleheader before we have homecoming here next Friday night against Clinton County. And we still have another week to go after that, because it's Taylor County and Russell County to close out the season. We've always closed out the season with Clinton County on a Thursday, and now that's been changed.
Yeah, I mean, for years and years and years, it was the rundown of the 16th, and even before Monroe moved over there, it was kind of the old 16th. So that's not really the case. COVID really messed up the schedule is what happened, and then you got so many new athletic directors, new coaches. Everything just kind of has changed for the way it was for a long, long time. You had Cumberland, Clinton the last week of the season, Metcalfe and Russell the week before that, and that's not really the case anymore. So,
yep. You're listening to WCDS, 1230 AM, 104.7 FM, The Score. Glasgow, online at 104thescore.com and on BC Live.
We went down there and just got beat, to be honest with you. They played us. I thought had an opportunity to win that game. We really had not just an opportunity, we had 3 opportunities. We did not execute well at the end of regulation. Didn't get a good shot. Didn't get a really good shot in any of those 3 opportunities. And they beat us. So you know who their 3 guys are. The 3 kids that scored are the Williams kid, the Knuckles kid, and the Arnett kid. Those are the 3 kids in double figures. Arnett and Knuckles can shoot the 3 a little bit, but Arnett can really shoot the 3. He's got twice as many as anybody else on their team. But I really think our defense didn't hurt us down there a ton. It was really just our inability to score for stretches, and we have been struggling on the offensive end. I think part of what will help us a little bit tonight, not to jinx us in any way, but I think part of what will help our offense is just the comfortability of being back home. We have been on the road so much. You go into, and it's not like it's a college atmosphere where they're having T-shirt night or whiteout or whatever for the games, and our fans travel so well, so it's not like it's a huge disadvantage. But sometimes 4 nights in a row or being out late, just being on a bus, there's a huge difference when all that comes into play. And even this week being gone so much and going to Adair County tomorrow night, everything just kind of adds up over the course of time. So being able to go home before the game, being able to go out, just kind of relax, and then and then come here and go through some kind of routine that we haven't done but 3 or 4 times since Christmas, to be honest with you, I think will make a little bit of difference. And we have a huge crowd, Little League night, as you talked about, T-League night. A lot of little kids here, parents, fans. So I think the atmosphere will be good for us tonight, and we need a win against Monroe County just for our confidence and for nothing else to kind of pay them back after they took one from us down there.
Yep. First of 4 games in 5 days for the Trojans, and the officials for tonight's game, same 3 we had of the girls: Chris Reeder, Evan Ray, Mike Goodson. The officials, sponsored by Monticello Banking Company. NBC is a proud supporter of Barren County basketball. And we'll have the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial opening tip-off. First quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank. Supporting the communities we serve and believe that when community thrives, its people prosper. As Monroe County in navy blue, silver trim, white numbers and lettering. Barren County, their home white with burgundy numbers and letters outlined and trimmed in gold. Graham Hall jumping against Branson Williams, and the tap controlled by the Trojans. Bunch chasing it down. The Trojans moving from left to right here in this first half of play. Here's Bewley with the top of the key. Gives it off with the right elbow there to Hall. He's double teamed. Gives it back to Bewley. And now Bewley's going to launch up a 3 and knocks the bottom out of it.
Well, that's a wonderful start just to kind of get on the board and see the ball go through within the first 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Knuckles hands it off to Arnett. Top of the key. He is working there with Spillman. They go down low to Williams. She shoots over a bunch. It is no good. Ripped down the rebound. That's by Bewley. Bewley ahead up to Spillman to the right side. Gives it back to Bewley. Thought about the 3. Left side. Clemens with a 3. It is no good. And the rebound snagged there by Williams. Williams brings it in front court. Bounce pass left side over to Knuckles. Knuckles left elbow. His jump shot is good.
We did not give him the driving lane. At least we kind of forced him side to side and actually made a 15-footer into a 15-footer, even though he got a little bit of space.
Yep. Here's a pass into Bunch. Lost the handle. Got surrounded by 3 Falcons. And here's a scoop shot up. No good for Williams. Grabbed the rebound by Hall. And he'll send it over to Bewley to bring it up. Bewley. Right side over to Bunch. Out top Spillman. Spillman spins into the lane, throws it back over to Bewley with a bounce pass. Now out, here's Clemens, back to Bewley, 25-footer, no good. And Hall is going to be called for push-off on the rebound, and that will be his first, team's first of the quarter. .6:23 to play here in the first. 3-2, Trojans lead it. Arnett with the basketball for Monroe. Bounces it off to Williams on the right side. Out top it comes to Gerald's. He sends it left over to Knuckles. Knuckles looking high, looping. Going to be a alley-oop pass. And here's Arnett, baseline shot, no good. Bewley another rebound. Ahead up the right side, it's Clemens cutting back left. Gives to Bunch in the corner. Out to Spillman for the 3. It is no good. Hall with the offensive board. Dribbles out, gives it back to Bewley. He'll try a 3. It's no good. And Williams with the rebound. And Bunch went to the deck, and they're going to call the foul on Mason Bunch for a hold.
He just lost his balance and looked like he walked, but they said we pulled him down, specifically Mason.
3-2, Trojans lead it. 5:45 to play here in the first quarter. Knuckles with the basketball. Gives it to the right side of the key to Pettit. Pettit out top to Knuckles. He's going to fire a 3, and he hit it.
Not his go-to, but he is more than capable.
Yep, that's his 23rd three-point shot of the season. In the corner goes to Clemens. Out to Spillman, around it goes to Bewley. Bewley back to Clemens. Fakes a 3, drives to the lane, hooks it off at the baseline. Hall fires, it's in there.
That's a tough shot. That's kind of like a 3-foot putt in golf. You just got to be delicate with it, and good assist and made bucket by Graham.
Tied at 5. We played 3 minutes of the opening quarter. And Williams works against Bunch out front. Williams picks up his dribble. He's going to fire a 3-point shot. It is no good. Rebound taken by Tate Spillman. Spillman into the front court, down the right side of the lane, shovels it off to Hall. Hall in the lane, out to Bunch, behind the arc. He'll fire the 3. It's an air ball. And Pettit was out of bounds before he threw it off of Spillman.
kind of like the girls, I want to get the pace in our favor, and that's an up and down pace. They average almost 60 a game, but I still think the pace up and down favors us.
Ball comes out deep to Spillman, out almost to midcourt. Spillman. Bounce pass, right side. Clemens gets a screen from Bunch, hooks it back to Bunch. He's going to fire up that three-point shot, nails it.
That one looked a lot better in rhythm, had his feet set than that one just previous. Our second three, Mace's got one and Bray's got the other.
And it's 8-5. Trojans lead it. 4:15 to play here in the first. Here's Arnett with it. Goes down low in there to Pettit. Gets covered up by Bunch. He threw it away and actually went out of bounds off Bewley.
Mason already got one foul. He makes a three. I don't want him to pick up another foul and have to set the rest of the period. You know, we need to get him going, and the rhythm is a big part of what the shooter can do, not foul trouble.
Knuckles, he goes out to the corner, then out to the wing, and then trying to circle out with it around the top of the key. Between his legs, bounce pass over to Pettit, 17-footer on the right side, no good. Long rebound chased down by Clemens. Gets with the basketball to Bewley. Bewley stops top of the key, hands it off to Spillman. Spillman into the corner, gets it back out to Bunch, who tries another one. Got it!
Yep. So that's a big call down there where you don't get a foul and you come back and shoot that three again.
Three by Gerald, spins out, halfway down and out. Here come the Trojans on the attack. Here's Bewley with the basketball, pulls up, floats it over, baseline, Hall, inside, up with the left.
Yes.
Got it, and a foul.
Graham has been aggressive tonight, and that's the first time you're going to write his number down. But what he has done has been able to establish, or it's his second bucket, but he's been able to establish himself as a little bit of strength, a little bit of size in there, and really Monroe was very aggressive with him down there.
They bring in Wade Carnahan, number 40, a 6'2 junior. Here's Hall at the line, and his shot goes up. It's good. And Monroe County wants a timeout. 3:27 to play here in the first quarter. Barren County's jumped out to a 14-5 lead.
If I say this number, what does it mean? 22, I think, to 8. You know what that number is?
22-8?
Yeah.
14 points.
Wasn't that the lead at the end of the first quarter?
We had a 22-8 lead at Monroe. Yeah, sure did.
You know, we're well on our way to maybe not equaling that, but we're well on our way to establishing ourselves in the first quarter like we did there.
Yeah.
So, you know, great start so far. We have to continue that and even build on it as we go throughout the game. And I think we were a little satisfied for the first quarter. I think Monroe called a timeout and kind of got after their kids, and they really responded. What will they do in this situation? Will it be like the first, or will we be able to continue to control the game?
Coach Ashley Geralds only has two starters on the floor right now, being Austin Arnett and Branson Williams. He's got Carnahan, Baxter, and Bartley in the ball game right now. Here's Williams driving in against Bunch and banks it in off the glass. 14-7. Just under 3 minutes to play. In the corner, Spillman can't shoot the three. They go to Cade Hardy, just checked in the ball game. They feed it down to Hall, the low block, a little hook shot in the lane, drops in.
Mismatch all day right there, recognized by the bench. The guys got it to him, and Graham scored it.
16-7. Arnett with it from Monroe, driving against Spillman to the baseline, gets cut off. They go into Williams, whistle, and there's a foul on Punch. His second. Team's third.
Sorry, had his hands down. That's where the ball landed, and he couldn't get his arms up. Grabbed him by the wrist and gets his second foul after he had a really good first quarter.
Williams, 64% foul shooter for Monroe County. First one is on the way, and it is good. Jackson Reese checks into the Trojan lineup, number 21, a 5'11 junior, averaging 2.6. His Bunch has to sit down with those two fouls. Williams back of the line, his second free throw. It's on the way, and it pops out. Rebound to Cade Hardy. Cade Hardy, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging just under 5 points a game. 16-8, Trojans lead it here over Monroe. 2:23 to play. Skip pass, left corner. Reese pulls a trigger, no good. Hall with the offensive board. Tapped it to himself. Spillman, 3 in the air. Got it!
Bam. Offensive rebound leads to another 3-point bucket.
And it's 19-8. Barren County, 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Arnett with a basketball for Monroe. Left side it comes to Bartley. Down the corner, Williams with it. Now Williams sends it cross court. Arnett wanted to shoot that 3. Drives in, 15-footer. Got it.
First bucket.
Yep. 19-10, a minute 45. Reese on the other end going to the bucket. Has it smacked down from behind. And we have a bumping foul on Reese as Baxter had the basketball. Reese is first. Team's 4th of the quarter. Gavin Nunn, a 6'5 sophomore, checks into the Trojan lineup. So now only Tate Spillman and Bray Bewley, the only 2 starters for Coach Warren Cunningham on the court right now, with a minute 40 to play.
They only have 1 starter. Is that right?
Okay, Knuckles is back in. Yep, he is the only starter. No, they got Gerald's back in there, Caden Gerald's. And he'll get rid of it off to Bartley. Barren County 2-3 zone. We go in the middle there and out to Bartley for a 3, and he drained it. That's the second 3 of the quarter. 19-13. Kay Hardy out to Bewley. Bewley stops, gives it in the corner. Reese up the baseline, gets trapped, falling down, losing the handle. Baxter has it for Monroe County with a minute to play here in the quarter. Barren had a 19-8 lead, and Monroe has come back with 2 straight buckets, a 3 and a 2, with 55 seconds to play. Knuckles backs up almost to midcourt. Gets rid of it over to Gerald's on the near side. And 3 seconds in the lane against Monroe. Oh, Baxter was in there too long, or Carnahan. And Williams now coming back in for the Falcons with 43.9. Barren County's ball, 4 threes in the first quarter for the Trojans. 19-13, Barren County. Left side it goes to Hardy. Back out top, Bewley. 28 seconds to play. They just hold it for 1 here. Down to 18. Bewley just bouncing the ball against the court. Down to 12. Starts his move to the right. Bewley out top. Hardy. Hardy going to the left side. Gives to Spillman. Long 3. No. Rebound Bewley. Back up to the baseline. No good. 2 seconds. 1. And the shot will not count if it goes in. It's 19-13. Barren County after 3 will return after this break. This is Trojan basketball on 104.7 The Score.
It's not about having kids know content knowledge, like, hey, I memorized this order of things, or I know that. It's actually basically like a knowledge acquisition process. Do I know how to get knowledge? Do I know how to research? What's my question? How do I know when I've learned this? How do I know when I'm ready to go to the next thing? So for them in the STEAM process, what we look at is, what's our question first? What are we trying to accomplish? What's our goal when it's all said and done? I try to have models for the kids. We discuss things. We look at examples from the real world, and ultimately in the end, they have to figure out the engineering process for themselves. I'll provide them with materials. I'll provide them with instruction, even some direction, but ultimately in the end, they have to build these things, and that's the kind of real world stuff they're going to have to work through. That stuff will take them far beyond what they learn here. It's all about trying things, taking risk, and then applying what you've learned in a classroom to what you do in life, and then being able to develop techniques that you can use outside these walls.
Barren County's largest lead was 19-8, and Monroe came back, scored the last 2 buckets, making it a 19-13 ball game. And it's Monroe County's basketball. They've got all their starters back in with the exception of got Carnahan on the court for Pettit. Here's Knuckles. Sends it over to Arnett. Arnett getting the screen, going the other way. Spillman cuts him off the baseline. His jumper rims off, and none with a rebound. Bewley ahead up to Hardy. Hardy on the right side, back out front to Bewley. Right side is Hardy. Bunch is on the bench with 2 fouls. Pulls up, dumps it off in there to Nunn. He puts it up and in.
Our bigs are working tonight.
21-13 Trojans. Arnett trying to penetrate in the lane. His jump shot, no good. Rebound, Bewley. Bewley into the front court with it. Left side, he goes to Clemens. He drives the basket. Floater, no.
Left it short.
Yep. And rebound to Williams for Monroe County. Left side is Knuckles. Knuckles drives in. His jump shot from 15 is good. He's got 7. 21-15. Barren County with a 6-point lead. 6:50 to play in the first half. Second quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Hardy, right side over to Spillman. Back up to Hardy. Swings it left to Bewley. They dump it back to Clemens. He throws at the shot. It won't go. Crashing the board is Williams. Williams around the top of the key. Hands it off to Knuckles. Knuckles starts his move against Clemens. Bounce pass to the left baseline. As Carnahan goes into the middle. Throws it back out to Williams. And now Williams will leave it out with Knuckles to set up again. Goes back to Williams on the left side. Williams bounces it out to Arnett. And now Arnett on the move, going to the right side. Pulls up, 15-foot jumper, good.
He likes that right side from about 12 or 15 feet right there. That's where he's made a couple field goals already.
11-point lead, dwindled to 4. Floating pass down low to Nunn in the lane. Hardy turns and hits it from 10 feet.
Good answer there on the little drought that we were on.
23-17. Trojans lead it by 6. 5:40 to play in the first half. Williams out to Arnett. Can't leave him any space. As Spillman chases it, throws it up on the run. It is no good. A foul on Spillman. His first. Team's first of the quarter. 2 shots for Austin Arnett.
Takes a ton of shots for them, averages 17 a game. He's going to get his in the last couple possessions. The ball's been in his hands, and he's kind of put his head down and got into a spot. That time we fouled him.
Arnett, a 67.5% foul shooter on the year. Makes it 23-18. Mason Bunch and Graham Hall back in the Trojan lineup. Again, William Compton not playing tonight due to illness. Second shot good for Arnett. 23-19. As Bewley will bring it up for the Trojans.
Lead ever get to double digits?
Yeah, it's 19-8.
Okay.
Hardy. And trying to force it down underneath the Bunch. Turnover by Barren. Here comes Caden Gerald's up to Arnett. Arnett with a long 3. That's no good. Rebound to Bunch. Gives it to Spillman. Ahead over the head of Hall. He saved it on the baseline. No. Said his foot touched the line.
He really just did a good job to catch it, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of pirouetted. I thought he was going to be able to save it in bounds, but he didn't.
Yeah.
We looked like we were off to just a stupendous quarter there in the first, and they kind of cut it back, called that timeout, and went from 19-8 to 23-19, just a 4-point lead down from 11.
Here's Gerald's over to Pettit, who's back in the court now. Bad pass, nobody there except Trojans, and here comes Bewley. Off the right side of Hardy. Hardy heads into the paint. His floater, good. Little one-hander in there for Cade Hardy.
Take it.
2 back-to-back buckets for the sophomore, and it's 25-19.
When the 3 ball's not working, there's always the 15-foot jumper.
Arnett with a fadeaway 17-footer, no good. Williams, the offensive board. He is in a trap, turns, throws it back up, and it's going to bounce in. Hit the rim and fell over. 25-21. Barren County with a 4-point lead. Hardy with it. Out to Bewley. Barren hit 4 threes in that first quarter. Hardy and Nunn have connected on 3 of the baskets here in the second.
Haven't even shot a 3 here.
Bewley, little head fake on the 3, drives, kicks it back out. Spillman, right wing 3, yes!
There, right on cue. We were 4 of 11 from 3, specifically in the first quarter. That's our first attempted, and we'll write down a make as well.
Number 5 of the half for Barren. 28-21, Trojans by 7. 3:36 to play in the first half. Williams on the dribble, starts in against Bunch. Now leaves it out there with Arnett. Bounces it off to Knuckles. Left of the circle. Pull-up jumper, free throw line, no. Ball hits the floor. Bewley's got it for the Trojans. Bewley angles off to the right side, looking left, gives to Spillman. Over to corner, Bunch pulls a trigger. No good on the three. We're going to have a foul on Hardy.
Got to be
coming over the top.
Got to let that one go. Got to be content with getting boxed out and just giving them the opportunity, because you know that's a for sure foul if not.
Monroe County only 2 seniors on this team, but I'm thinking one or both took a year over for COVID back when they were in middle school, or maybe their freshman year.
It's hard to believe that stuff still has an effect, right? Yep. If you're taking a year over in middle school, it's going to have an effect, obviously, for 4 or 5 years anyway.
Mm-hmm. And Knuckles, Williams, and Gerald's are all sophomores, and I think they may have taken 7th or 8th grade year over. And here's Arnett, baseline shot, Pettit, no. And chasing it down, Knuckles, but he stepped on the baseline.
If I'm okay. I don't know if you are or not, but if Pettit's taking 15, 16-foot jumpers, I'm completely okay with that.
Yep.
As long as it's not Williams, Knuckles, and Arnett. If anybody outside of that wants to take a shot, we're going to welcome it almost.
Bewley with a basketball. Right side it goes to Hardy. Carter Browning to the ball, now setting the screen. He drives in, kicks it back out. Bewley on the left wing. Out to Hardy, right side Spillman. Browning set the screen again. Back, it was knocked away. Spillman chased it down. 2:23 to play in the first half. Spillman wanting to drive. Cut off at a baseline down low. Out to Hardy. Swings it over to Bewley on the left. Bewley spin back left against Pettit. On the baseline, here's Hall putting it up. No good. And the rebound comes off to Pettit. Pettit with it for Monroe County coming down to the 2-minute mark. Barren County leading here. And pull up three for Arnett. No. Rebound to Bewley. 2 minutes to play and a half. Over it goes to Hardy. Long three. No good. Rebound by Browning. Back in the corner. Spillman bounces it out to Bewley. Bewley, another three attempt. No good off the back iron. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound. It'll be Browning. That's going to be his first, team's third of the quarter. And with a minute 45 to go before halftime, Trojans 28, Falcons 21. During a halftime break, we'll talk with Barren County High baseball coach Derek Alfonso. Knuckles with it for the Falcons. Bounces it off to Pettit on the left side. Looking for Williams. He's bottled up inside. They give it to Bartley. Fakes, drives in, shoots over Hall, and he got it to go.
And for the head fake, and that gave him space.
28-23. Minute 23 to play here in the first half. It's Bewley with the basketball out top. Right side, Hardy. Hardy heads toward the top of the key, gives to Spillman. Swings it back left over to Bewley. Here's the lob into Hall. He got fouled from behind, but no call. Comes back out to Bewley, gives it over to Hardy. 1:06 to go in the half. Spillman, three if it goes. No, missed it badly. Falls in the hands of Bartley, and he's pushing it down the floor. Crossover to left. Goes up with a shot and got it to go in. 28-25. Barren, 50 seconds to play. They try to go down low to Hall, and he's fouled by Pettit. That's going to be his second. Team's first of the quarter. Barren County has been whistled for 7 fouls in this game. The Falcons only 2.
I didn't know the disparity was that much.
Yep. Comes into Hall on the left side. Back out to Spillman. 48 seconds to go. Coming off the screen is Bewley. Bewley putting down the dribble. Picks it up. Goes to Browning on the right side. Browning back out now to Bewley. 37 seconds. Hardy pulls a trigger for a three. No good. Foul on the rebound. Somebody pushed off to get position. And it's on Browning once again. His second. Team's fourth. .34 seconds to play as it comes into Knuckles. And Coach Warren Cunningham upset with one of the officials.
Well, he should have been upset from Monday and every other game this official has done. So it's kind of the frustration, and Warren might get him one.
Pass deflected, and Hardy had it for a moment, and then they're fighting for it. Whistle, jump ball. Possession of Barren with 18.5. And Bunch will come back into the Trojan lineup for Carter Browning with 18.5 seconds to play. Barren County's basketball comes into Spillman. Spillman on the dribble. Right, goes to Bewley. He's covered up by Baxter. Gets a screen from Punch. Sends it back over to Spillman for three, and they've got partially blocked. Here's Williams with a basketball. Desperation throw. Out of bounds. That ends the first half of play. It's Barren County 28, Monroe County 25. Halftime coming up on 104 The Score.
For me, favorite thing to teach is just anything coding. I guess if I'm picking something specific, it would be JavaScript. That's just my first programming language that I learned, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like there's so many fun things that we can do with that. For outcomes, just seeing any students like continue in the field, even students prior that I've seen like go on to working in different software development jobs, and I even get to like bring them back in after and be guest speakers to my other students is just so, I feel like, such an awesome thing to get to have and get to see.
It's definitely not what you think it is. There's a lot of different people. You meet a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives. It's really a community, and you're kind of there to just help each other.
Just this career, like pathway in general, not just like the pathway here, but just this career, I feel like can be a great opportunity. The flexibility that comes with it, and obviously the pay. That's just something that's great for anyone that's interested in it.
I really like the hands-on aspect because I have several students, particularly this year, being that we do have such large gaps from our COVID time, that are having some trouble with reading. They struggle to do that. So when we do the hands-on and they're able to see the models and to watch me do it and do it, that is taken completely out of the equation, and it gives them the confidence to really shine and do all these smaller tasks.
Building that foundation of how students can use science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, making those connections with the classroom teachers and what they're doing in their classrooms as well. And you know, sometimes they don't have the time to do those project-based type things. In our STEAM lab, they're able to do that. And then also with our Project Lead the Way, students are really thinking about how to build and solve real-world problems, presented with scenarios, and then they have to problem solve and come up with solutions as a team. And so we're really excited about laying that foundation here at Temple Hill this year.
District tournament last year, went to the 4th region semifinals. Now you got beat one run by the team that went to the state tournament. Seemed like it's been that way the last 2 years.
Yeah, we had a nice little run at the end of last year, and the kids bought in and started playing really well towards the end, and we really found an ace. Found the Tristan Meach who throws a couple no-hitters at the end of the season, and so far this fall he's just been dominant. So we're looking forward to competing this year.
So how's practice going so far?
It's going fantastic. You know, it was a little slow. The weather had us indoors a lot, but this last week we've been able to get out, even with the construction down there and the press box and all that stuff. We've still gotten to be out. We've gotten to play some scrimmage games, and I've seen some good things. We've seen some home runs. We've seen some dominant pitching from our guys. So we feel like we're going into the season and really got a shot to compete with anybody.
You mentioned the new press box. Have you been in it yet?
I've walked into it, but it's just like wood and
so
stuff.
So it's not completed inside.
No, it's not completed inside. I mean, when I went into it, wasn't. I haven't been in the last week or so, but it's I'm not a real visual. Like, I have to see it to understand it. So all I see right now is just like wood and drywall and stuff. I don't even know if the drywall's up, to be honest with you. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not doing drywall at home. So I don't even know what I'm looking at, but it doesn't look complete.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. Of course, there's going to be stairs going up into the press box on the outside.
They're going to be on the outside. There's going to be a locker room for the kids in there, and we don't really know how big it's going to be yet, so it may just be a upperclassman locker room. I'm going to have an office, which is going to be nice, but it's going to be a place for the kids to just hang out, do some team meetings up there, and just have a feel of what it feels like to be at a college program, because when you're in a college program, everybody's got a locker room. So it's going to be good for the kids. I think they're really going to enjoy it.
Now, the concession stands on the bottom floor.
It's going to be on the bottom half.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot, really similar to what it was before. It's just a lot bigger.
Yeah.
A lot more room. I think the bathrooms are going to be bigger and nicer, and it's just going to be a nice place for, aesthetically for the baseball program. Absolutely.
You only lost 2 seniors from last year's season.
We only lost 2 seniors. We also lost Braxton James, who's a junior, who's our 3-hole hitter. But I'm very excited about who we got coming back. A lot of guys with a lot of experience. The twins up the middle, Aiden Keeney behind the plate, and of course Meach, like I mentioned. Skylar Potter threw really, really well at the end of the year for us last year. Jackson Reese played really, really well for us. He's playing basketball right now, so I haven't seen him as much. But there's a lot of guys with a lot of experience that we're bringing back, and we're really excited to get the season started.
So you really didn't lose as many players as some. Warren East lost 10 seniors.
Yeah, they lost a bunch. Yeah, and like Franklin's got like 12 seniors this year. So we only have 1 this year. So we didn't lose much last year. We're going to lose even less this year.
Yeah.
But we're losing. After this year, we're losing our dude, our dude on the mound. So, Tristan, I fully expect to be one of the guys that does some really, really special things. I think it's going to be a very special year for him. As long as he stays healthy, as long as he stays good, he's on strikes, he can be the type of guy who can go out there and beat anybody.
Now, the season starts in just 4.5 weeks. You start out March 11th with Bowling Green.
At Bowling Green High, and that's something I like every year, is to start with somebody that is normally a power in the region, just to kind of gauge where we are, and then we play them at the very end of the season too, to kind of gauge our progress. Our first home game is the next night against Taylor County, who we haven't beat in the 2 years I've been here. We played them 4 times. They beat us every time. Every game's been close, but they beat us all the time.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things where the first week of the season we got a tough schedule every year, as you know. But the first week's going to be a real gauge as to see how we're going to set up the start of the year.
And Bowling Green was last year's 4th region runner-up to South Warren.
Yeah. That's who we would have played had we beaten South Warren. We had the lead in the 6th last year in that semifinal game at Western. We feel like we let that game slip away, but it was good experience for the boys, and I think they're going to use that to only make hopefully a better run this year.
Looking forward to the season, and we'll soon be here.
Not very long away.
Looking forward to broadcasting some games for you too, again, like we did last year.
Yeah, we just got to have a better record on the radio this year. Last year, I think we were like 1-5 or something on the radio.
You notice I didn't mention the records.
Well, I'm telling it. We won 1 game. It was the very last one before the the district tournament, and then we won some radio games in the region of the district. Though, so that worked. Postseason radio games worked fine. It was the regular season ones we got to do a little bit better.
Yeah. All right, Coach, good to see you.
All right, appreciate it, Jay.
Looking forward to the season.
All right,
Coach Derek Alfonso, the head baseball coach here at Barren County High. We'll come back and look at stats after this break. Trojans up 28-25 over Monroe County on 104 The Score.
I have been taking ag class since my 8th grade year. In 8th grade, I was able to be the BCMS FFA secretary, and that's when I first started falling in love with FFA and ag classes. It has made me such a better public speaker. Before FFA, I was scared to get up on the stage and give a speech or even perform with the drama club. But now it has helped me become a better speaker, a better leader, a better server as well, because FFA is also very service-based, and it's really has helped me come out of my comfort zone.
Hey son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm going to own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
At the culmination of our pathways, students have the opportunity to go out into the community and to be able to co-op. It's through these experiences that kids get real life experience. They get to practice the skills that they learn in the class, hands-on.
I'm working here at Commonwealth Broadcasting Corporation, and it's just really awesome. I get to do lots of cool stuff like write commercials. I've voiced a couple commercials, and I just kind of help out with whatever anybody needs. My favorite part is getting to meet all the different kinds of people and also just getting opportunities like this co-op. It's really just been a wonderful learning experience.
Favorite part is just being able, instead of being in a classroom where you have to sit all day, you're doing your own work for something that you're actually interested in. I would recommend this course to other students just because it'll let them know if they would like to do this for a career.
Extreme health stats for or extreme cheer for the first half. Barren County had 11 field goals, 5 3-pointers, 1 for 1 at the line. It was 7 points for Graham Hall, 6 for Mason Budge, a couple of threes from Tate Spillman as well for 6, a 3 from Bray Bewley, 4 points for Kate Hardy, and 2 for Kevin Dunn for Monroe County. 10 field goals, 2 of those were 3-point shots. They were 3 from the line. Austin Arnett had 6. Bryson Knuckles was 7, 5 for Branson Williams, and 7 for Reese Bartley coming off the bench. Caden Geralds and Jamison Pettit started but did not score. Waylon Clemens started for the Trojans. He did not score in the first half. Barren County led 19-8 at one time, got outscored 17-9 the rest of the way after they led the first quarter 19-13, got outscored 12-9 in the second period of play. It's going to be Monroe County's basketball to start the Farmers RACC Jackie Brownie Memorial second half. Third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Falcons with the basketball. Here's Pettit. Bounce it down low. Williams working against Bunch. Puts it up, no good. Bunch trying to get the rebound. Put back up and in by Williams.
Couldn't afford to pick up that third foul. Had it inside position and scored it. So pull him with 1-1.
It's 28-27. Barren had a 19-8 lead. Here is Bewley. Over to Clemens on the right. Bounce it down low. Hall with it. Back up. Bewley. Top of the 3 over Williams. In and out. Rebound if it goes to Bunch. He puts it up. Won't go, but a foul.
That's a good kick. Good look at a 3, but what was even better was that offensive rebound. We had 5 offensive rebounds there in the first and only held them to 1. We were 11 of 30, 37%, hit 5 of 18 threes. 10 of 22 was Monroe County. They hit half of their threes, 3 of 6. Neither team turned it over very many, and we out-rebounded them 19-14 for some first half stats.
Bunch hits the first. He's a 68% foul shooter. Couple of threes in the first quarter. Second shot also good for Mason Bunch. He has 8. Lead is 3 for the Trojans, 30-27. 7:20 left to go in the third period. Knuckles with the basketball. Here's Geralds. Right elbow Pettit. Pettit bounces it off to Knuckles. 15-footer. No, off the back iron. Rebound Bewley. Foul on Geralds. That'll be number 2. And a second foul of the quarter against Monroe County. Ball comes into Bunch. Dribbles off to the right side, looking for Spillman. He's got it on the right wing. Spillman out top. Bunch straight away. 3-pointer. Yes!
3? Is that number 3?
That is number 3 for Mason Bunch. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Lead back up to 6 for the Trojans at 33-27. That is number 6 on the night from behind the arc. 33-27. Geralds with the basketball. Bounces it off to Knuckles. Knuckles out front with it. Goes left over to Arnett. Arnett wants to drive his runner. No good. And rebounded there by Bunch. Here comes Spillman. He's got 5 on 4 here. Spillman off to Bewley. Dumps it down to the baseline. Clemens, a little head fake. And he can't shoot. Gets cut off down low on the block. It comes back out to Bewley. Around it goes to Spillman. Out top, Bunch. Left side, Bewley. Floats it down low. It's Hall in the lane. Forces up the shot. Missed it badly. Monroe County with the basketball the other way. Williams into the front court. Stops, looks, hands it off to Arnett. Arnett working around the top of the horn. Goes to the right side, gives to Geralds. He stops, fires a 15-footer that's on no good. Rebound, Pettit goes back up, puts it up, got it. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Pettit for lowering his shoulder into Tate Spillman. It's going to be number 3 on Pettit, 3 on the Falcons here in the quarter.
Same thing we argued about in the girls' game. Tate was underneath the rim, and it probably shouldn't have been a charge call, but it went against us in the girls' game and for us in the boys.
Bewley for 3. It's off the back iron. Crashing aboard is Williams for Monroe County. Williams up the left side. Now looks, fires it across over to Arnett for 3. Spot it.
Quick 3 on our end, missed. Quick 3 on their end, made.
Yep, 33-30. Bunch of the right side, down low, Hall goes under with the left hand, puts it in. What a move by Graham Hall.
I don't think anybody but us had the angle to see. He kind of hooked his defender, and that gave him the alley to the rim, but we'll take it to put it back up to 5.
Left side, Arnett on the baseline, got a foul on Spillman. Tried to cut him off, and that's going to be his second personal.
And actually, that's probably not a bad foul because we didn't rotate quick enough, and he would have had a layup, if not a little 4-foot floater.
And Gerald's having trouble. Throws a bad pass. It's chased down to the backcourt. Oh, Pettit got away with a walk.
Big time.
Baseball pass down to the baseline, and Gerald's was on the inline when he caught it.
I think that was just really a confusion on the Falcons' part because they didn't understand the rules. You can go back there and get it. They really threw it and just were out of whack because they threw it in the backcourt.
Yep. Clemens on the left side. Out top, Spillman. Right side, Bewley. Down low, Hall. Now he gets triple teamed almost out the punch. 3, it goes. Yes, sir! Foul!
4 for Mason.
What about that one?
How about it? And that was about 3 foot behind the line. And I just had a feeling we had to keep Mason on the floor there, and I liked what Warren did. You know, you got this unwritten rule. You get 2 fouls, you got to stay out. He brought him back in, and he didn't hit a 3 when he brought him back in, but what he did, he kept some of that juice flowing, he kept some of that rhythm, and he didn't have to set for a long time and get cold.
How about a 4-point play for Mason Bunch? And he has all but 2 points here in the third quarter. He has 9 of Barren County's 11.
I like it. Big-time play by Mason. Now we've got to defend and rebound.
Yeah. Lead is back up to 9. Largest was 11 at 19-8. Here's Arnett guarding by Cade Hardy. Diagonal pass off the left side. Knuckles curls around into the lane. Gets cut off. He's going to have to get out of there. Shovel pass off to Arnett. Fadeaway good from 12.
You let him get just a little bit of space. He's got a window. He's going to knock it down.
39-32. Trojans lead at 7. Played almost half of the third quarter. Cade Hardy down low. Hall spins back to the right. Puts it up. Oh, he missed it. Rebound comes off to Williams.
Got a bad angle at it.
Williams bounce pass broken up by Bewley. Tried to go to Bartley. Cutting up the baseline. Here's Hardy on the right wing. Hardy on the dribble. Sends it across over to Clemens. Clemens down low. Here's Bunch. Bunch looking. One dribble. Fires it off to Hall. Top of the key. Back to Hardy. Hardy around the top of the key. Backs that way. Now on the dribble. Gives it to Clemens on the right wing. Now Clemens between the legs. In the lane. Up with the left hand. No good. Forced it up there over Williams. And here comes Bartley with it for Monroe. Drives in. Throws up the shot. Foul on Bewley. That'll be his first, team second of the quarter. 2 shots for Reese Bartley, who had 7 points in the first half. He only averages 2 a game. Bartley's a 47.5% foul shooter, according to the stat sheet. But he makes the first one. Gives him 8. And we get Spillman and Nunn back in the game. So Hardy, Spillman, Nunn, Bewley, Bunch on the court for the Trojans. Free throw by Bartley, good again.
Doesn't look like a 47% shooter, does he?
Apparently he's been practicing on his free throws, and it's 39-34. We'll
get it up to 7-8-9, and we just can't keep extending it. They cut right back in it, go on a little mini run.
Bewley, right side over to Hardy. Hardy, back down in low. Here's Bunch. Turns, throws it back to Bewley, feeds it down to Nunn. They're going to call him for steps.
Shuffled his feet before he put it on the turf, or on the hardwood. Wrong sport there. But you got to be ready. You got to know what you're doing with it when they're throwing it in and you're catching it. Our first turnover, we only got 5. Monroe's got 5 as well. Just a well-played game.
Here's Williams shooting over Bunch. The jumper is no good. And Bewley mishandled the rebound, but tapped it to himself. Here's Spillman to the baseline. He throws up the shot, no good, but a foul. And they're going to put this one on
Carnahan.
And that's going to be his first. And That's number 5 of the quarter for the Falcons. Tate Spillman knocked down a couple of threes in the first half. At the line for 2 shots. First one on the way, good. 71% foul shooter. Halftime score, that Glasgow Allen County Scottsville girls game. It's ACS 24, Glasgow 20.
We're rolling right along. We had a big halftime with our T-League recognition, and we're rolling towards the end of the third. This game's moving quick.
Monroe County been homecoming at Glasgow tonight.
Oh, okay, that's why. Monroe County already whistled for 2 times as many fouls in this quarter as the whole half.
Here's a jump shot for Knuckles. May have got partially blocked by Nunn. Here come the Trojans on the attack. Here's Bewley up the right side. Bunch is wanting the ball. He's got it. 3-pointer in the air. Yes, sir! That's 5. He's feeling it. 5 threes from Mason Bunch. And the lead is 10 for the Trojans at 44-34.
Listen, I don't do this. I don't ever do this. I saw Coach Gardner coming out of the cafeteria today, and I said, I got 2 things to tell you for tonight. I won't tell you both of them. I'll tell you one of them. I said Mason Bunch will have 5 threes tonight. You can ask
it on the nose.
You can ask, and he's
maybe
not
he might
done.
have more.
Yeah, you're not done here, but you can ask G. That's one of the 2 things I told him. I just had a feeling Mason has not hit 5 threes in a couple of games combined here lately, and I just had a feeling that he was going to have a good game tonight, get back home, have a big crowd here tonight, and the senior feeds off of that. So good to see that one come true. And we're moving towards the other thing I told him, so we'll wait and see if we get there. But 10-point lead, 2:21 to go, and Monroe County wants to call another timeout. Last time they called timeout, or one of the timeouts they called, remember, back to 19-8. Last time they called the timeout was 19-8, and they went on a run, and we led by just 3 at halftime after they closed the gap. So we have to find a way to extend it. Every time we've gotten to this position, Monroe's gone on a little 4-0, 5-0 run and got it right back into a 1-2 possession game.
8 threes by the Trojans tonight, and 6 of 6 from the foul line. 2:20 to play, third quarter. Barren County 44, Monroe 34. Arnett hands it off to Bartley. Bartley on the left side, out to Carnahan. Fakes, drives into the paint, goes up with a shot. Partially, we go hit Nunn with a foul, or is it,
Yeah, body on body.
That's going to be his
contact.
first. Team's third of the quarter.
It's on the baseline, and what's he calling here?
I'm not sure if he was shooting.
2 shots, yeah.
Okay.
There was nobody down there in the area code that he could have passed it to. So the only reasonable explanation, if you call the foul there, is for 2 shots to make sense.
Carnahan, a 50.5% foul shooter. He missed the first one. Graham Hall back in for Gavin Nunn. And Carnahan back at the strike for one more. Puts this one in the air. It's short.
Way short.
And Bewley comes up with it for the Trojans. Chance here to extend the lead to their largest of the night. Bewley gets it across the line. Lobs it over to Hardy. They're trapping the ball in the corner. Spillman pulls the trigger. In and out. And batted around, and Bartley's got it for Monroe. Swiped away from behind. They're going to call Spillman with a foul. And that's number 3 on Tate Spillman. And that'll be the 4th foul of the Trojans here in the third quarter. Bartley to trigger it in for the Falcons. Gets it in the corner to Carnahan, out to Knuckles. Knuckles back in the corner, Arnett. Fires a 3, that's off the mark. Rebound, Spillman. Spillman leaves it out there with Bewley. Minute and a half to go in the third. Barren up by 10. They floated into Spillman. Right of the lane. Turns against Bartley. Turns back left. Puts it up the shot, and he banked it in.
Well, 2 good options there. You had Mason floating out for a 3 off of the flare screen, or you had Tate taking it to the rim.
46-34. Trojans' largest lead now at 12. Here's Williams. Williams takes it right side, spins back left, goes over Hall. No good. Rebound, Mason Bunch. Outlet pass to Spillman. Coming down to a minute to play here in the third quarter. So they leave it out front with Bewley. Bewley being defended by Knuckles. Left elbow. Cradling the ball is Hall. Hands it off to Bunch. Can't shoot the 3. Gives it over to Hardy. Spillman to the right wing. Now Spillman looking, comes out to Hardy. Dropped it, has to do something with it, gives it to Bewley. 40 seconds to play in the third. Bewley curling to the free throw line, up and under left hand, no good. Got his own rebound, pulls it back out, gives it to Spillman. He'll give it over to Bunch. Three in the air, got it!
Great job getting it back reset after that offensive rebound. You drive, you kick, you knock it down. Up to 15 all of a sudden. Mason, have a game.
17 seconds to go in a quarter. Here's Knuckles with the basketball. Stolen, almost stolen, is stolen. Spillman's got it. 11 seconds. Gives it left side to Bunch. Can't shoot the three. Three out of the corner. Hardy, no good. Ball batted into the hands of Carnahan with 3 seconds, too. Here's Arnett heaving up a midcourt shot. Hits the back iron. That's the end of the third, and a big quarter for Barren County. A big quarter for Mason Bunch. He scores 15 in the third quarter. 21 for the ball game for Mason Bunch. It's 49-34 Barren County on 104 The Score.
What I really like about with Project Lead the Way and with the STEAM content that I get to teach is it makes those real world connections. It's allowing kids to put their brain in action. It's not that, we're not at that time in the game where we're sitting and getting and taking notes and content. It's taking that content and applying it to real world selections. And that's what Project Lead the Way is allowing us to do and create those opportunities. Those students that you have in the classroom that may struggle with that reading and math are thriving with this content because they're able to put solutions to problems and fix things that they wouldn't necessarily get in a normal math or reading classroom.
Just being able to figure out what didn't work and how to make it work and how to work through that process just in itself for you as a person is important, but also it builds those skills that are going to be necessary for each grade that follows us.
Quarter puts the lead out to the Trojans at 15. It's 49-34. Fourth quarter underway, brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trying to go back door, and Bunch couldn't find him. Here's Spillman, fakes, moves in. Left shot from the free throw line won't go. Rebound Clemens, HUD fake up with the left hand and in.
Just keep working at it.
First 2 points tonight for Waylon Clemens, and it's 51-34 Barren County. Comes out to Bartley. He'll give it off the right side. Pettit for a three. Knocks the bottom out of it. Pettit,
you're okay if he makes that.
A three-point shooter, but
yeah, you're okay. You got to give somebody the look, and he is one that if he makes it, you just go back and try to score it again.
Goes over to Clemens in the corner to Bunch. Spillman's wide open over here, but can't get it to him now. He's got it. Three, pulls a trigger. No. Long rebound comes off to Clemens, and he's going to be fouled. I believe Baxter got him, and that's going to be his first, team's first of the fourth quarter. Bunch will send it in play. Lobs it out to Hall, out to Spillman. Spillman. Yeah, now puts down the dribble against Bartley. Sends it over to Bewley. Bewley gets the screen from Clemens. Bounce pass off the Bunch. Back out front to Bewley. No use just being in no use being in a hurry. Just be patient here. Up by 14.
Face guarding Mason, just kind of manning everybody else.
Now they got Baxter on Bunch. They dump it into Bunch, top of the key. Now he turns on one dribble, gives it to Spillman to the right side, bounces down into Hall. He breaks free and puts it in.
You keep running your man offense. It's not really a boxing one, dominant one. It's just a regular man, but they're facing Mason. Run your regular offense. Good job getting it down in a perfect angle.
Goes inside. A little hook shot in the lane for Pettit. He's got both baskets for Monroe here in the fourth quarter. 53-39. Barren County. Spillman sends it across over Clemens to the right side. He'll go back to Spillman. Spillman drives. Throws up the shot. No good. Rebound. Coming out there with it is Arnett. Arnett into the front court left. He wants to drive. Had it poked away from behind by Spillman and out of bounds.
We've got a total of 9 threes, right?
That is correct.
And we only hit 1 of 7 in the second quarter. So that tells you how much the...
Yeah. Arnett for 3 on the right corner. Knocks the bottom out of it. That's his second one.
Second one of their quarter, too, and back to 11. You cannot let them cut into a single-digit lead, and that's why Warren wants to call a timeout.
5:43 to go in the basketball game. Barren County 53, Monroe County 42. The largest was 17 at 51-34. We'll be at Adair County tomorrow night. The boys game is first at 5:30, followed by the girls. We'll be on there at 5:15 from Columbia, right here at 104 The Score. Monday night, we'll travel down to Bowling Green for SC. Is that 5 times we've been in that gym in Bowling Green this year? At least 4.
Yeah, I think 4, yeah.
And because the Trojanettes have been there twice. This will be twice with Trojans. They take on the Purples on Monday night. JV varsity doubleheader. And then Tuesday night we'll be in Edmonton. So we're all over the place. We're going from Columbia to Bowling Green, back to Edmonton, and then we'll finally be home for the last 3 games.
Some nights it feels like it's Pikeville to Paducah, doesn't it?
That's right. That is right.
Monroe County's lost 6 of their last 8, and two of those wins were 15th district. One was us and one was Glasgow. So they have struggled against their district. They've gotten beat by Metcalf. They got beat by Clinton. They got beat by Clinton again, and Russell and Cumberland, all in that stretch. So they've really struggled against that district. And you don't see that when we've seen Metcalf. I haven't seen some of the other teams, but I know Cumberland's got a good team. Russell was really good to start the year. So that could also be like a good district like the girls.
In the corner, Butch pulls the trigger. Bang! 7 threes for Mason Bunch.
Wow.
3 by Arnett. It spins out, rebound to Bunch. He'll get rivet off to Bewley. Bewley stops, fires it back to Bunch. 3 if it goes. He's all set. It is no good. Air ball. Saved in bounds by Clemens. And Monroe County has it, though. Here's Arnett. Taking it right down the lane underneath. A shot put up and in by Baxter. 56-44. Just under 5 minutes to play in the basketball game.
1-2-2 by Monroe County here.
Clemens gets it across. Hooks it back over to Bewley in the middle, underneath, going into Spillman, and he puts it in.
I like Tate in the middle right there. That creativity and ability to work, he really gives us a ton of options, and obviously like a made bucket.
58-44, Barren County, 4:35 to play. Partly in the corner, Arnett another 3. No. Ball skips out. It's going to be out of bounds off the hand of Baxter. Barren County's ball, 4.5 left. And we're going to get a timeout by Monroe County with 4:30 to play. Barren 58, Monroe 44. Mason Bunch, 7 threes, 5 in the second half, 4 in the third quarter. 24 points for Mason Bunch today. And a career high.
Let me count it.
Still got 4.5 minutes left.
11. Do we have 11?
We have 10.
10.
Yep. 5 in the first half and 5 here, all by Mason Bunch in the second half.
I've got us with an extra one on my sheet. That's why I said 11.
Well,
so.
I may have thought to put one down.
No, I in that excitement, I think I wrote down. I went ahead and wrote down that last one when he had time to check the wind. He actually probably took too much time. Just catch it and shoot it. Don't think about it. But what a fantastic game and a ton of our points tonight.
Mm-hmm. Barren County's basketball, 4.5 minutes to play. 58-44, Trojans.
They're in a 2-2-1 now. You don't see that a whole lot in half court.
Here's Bewley. Breaking away. Back over goes to Clemens. In the corner, Hall. Back to Clemens. Being chased out there. Gets rid of it to Bewley. Jump pass left side Bunch. Throws it across over to Clemens. In the corner to Hall once again. He's in a trap. Goes back out front to Bewley. Over goes to Bunch. Pulls the trigger. Bang!
Well, I may have been a little low on that estimate of 5, huh?
He now has 8. And it's 61-44 Trojans.
Unbelievable.
Mason Bunch on fire tonight. Turnover. Bewley's got it. Going to drive all the way to the bucket. That should be an intentional foul. It is.
Yeah, he went.
Baxter went chasing for him.
Yeah, he went forearm to the back is what happened. That's an intentional every time when you go forearm to the back. And again, I said have a day with 5. How about have a day with 8?
Yeah.
I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, You've been around longer than I have, and I think long enough to see it. I think the school record is 9.
9 threes in one game.
In a game. And Warren would be able to help me and tell me that, and maybe some others that have been around. And it may have happened multiple times.
Bewley will have one more. And it's on the way. He got that one.
So you get the free throws in the ball on an intentional foul. You get your 2 free throws, and then we'll have it out under.
62-44. Bunch out to Clemens. Clemens gives it to Bewley. But Baxter really dogging him out there. And now he'll hand it off out to Spillman. Spillman off of the baseline. Hall out to Clemens. Kicks it back out to Bewley. 3.5 minutes to play. Barren up by 18. And another foul on Baxter.
What a completely different game. And it's, I know Mason's a huge part of that. Our offense just clicks when you see those couple first threes go in. When you have 4 in the first quarter, it just makes a completely different game for our offense and our team.
And there's Punch open again, but they came chasing him for a double team. Clemens lost the handle, got it back though, and then they're diving for the loose ball, trying to, and it will be a jump ball possession arrow to Monroe.
Our 7th turnover of the night, a really good number for us.
Largest lead of the basketball game right now, 18 at 62-44. And Monroe County is going to bring back in Austin Arnett. Knuckles handling the basketball for the Falcons. Sends it off to Bartley. Back out to Knuckles, left side Williams. Going to fire up a 3, and it is short. Barely brushed the iron. Hall with a rebound. The out pass comes to Bewley. Just under 3 minutes to play. Barren up by 18. Long pass to the left corner comes to Clemens. He's on a trap, goes up the baseline, hooks it back out. Bunch sets up another 3. Good.
9 threes. Mason Bunch. And
travel on Monroe County. Barren will get it back 65-44.
And everybody in the gym is jumping up and down and having a party for Mason, and Mason's just like, okay, I'm going to go hit another one. So
9 threes for Mason Bunch. Hall out to Clemens. 2.5 minutes to play. Barren up by 21.
Get him 10. How about it?
Yeah. Let's break the record.
I think that's what it is.
Spillman out to Clemens. Left side it goes to Bewley. Bewley drives to the left corner. Reverses back out. Foul on Williams. His first. Team's 3rd of the quarter.
So here's the other thing I told you today. I said 12 threes. So
12 threes?
I just didn't know Mason would have 9 of them. So I said Mason 5, so way more than that, and 12 threes tonight.
12. So. And Bewley gets nudged with a foul on Williams, his 2nd. Team's 4th.
We're going to win a lot of games.
Team's 5th, I'm sorry.
I apologize. We're going to win a lot of games when we have 12 threes. And that's what we've been missing a lot in the last couple of weeks is just that ability. And when I walked in this morning and they had the machine out, and when I mean the shooting machine, and a couple of them were in the gym shooting, I kind of knew we're going to have a good shooting night. I knew I didn't think it would be a 22-point game, but I knew it would be a good night for the Trojan fellas.
Absolutely. As Bewley connects on both. 67-44. 2:10 to play. Williams, left side Bartley. In the corner, Arnett back to Bartley. Threw it over the head of Knuckles right behind the Monroe bench. Barron's basketball, 2:04 to play. Bewley against Williams, gets it across the line. Off it goes to Bunch. Bunch being pressured by Knuckles. Goes to Kate Hardy, cross-court pass, breaking the basket. Bewley puts it in.
No look assist.
Arnett from 28 feet. It's no good. Bewley another rebound. Bewley being chased with a minute 38 to play. Bewley into the front court. Comes down to Clemens, throws it up, no good. They've got undercut there, but no call. Here's Williams taking it right down in the lane and trying to go up with a shot, and he's fouled. And this one will be on Cade Hardy. His second, team's first of the fourth quarter. Going to the free throw line, Branson Williams. 64%. He's one of two from the line. First one, he missed everything. Jackson Reese, Gavin Nunn coming in, along with Cash Moore, a 6-foot senior. Carter Browning also in the ball game to join with Cade Hardy. Wow, what a game by Mason Bunch.
That's a night you remember for a long, long time.
Second shot hits the front of the iron. Browning with a rebound. 1:22 left. Hardy threads it down to Nunn. Missed the shot. Battle for the rebound, a whistle, and going to be
out of bounds.
Out of bounds to Monroe. We got some new players in the ball game as well. 13 is Levi Miller, 5'7" freshman. 35 is Luke Watson, a 5'8" freshman. 23 is Eli Geralds, a 6-foot freshman. 15 is Grady Starnes, a 5'7" junior. And if I missed anybody, I don't think so. Here's a shot way up for 10 feet. Good for Levi Miller. 69-46, 1 minute to play. Jackson Reese pulls up with a 12-footer. It's short. Rebound comes off to Levi Miller. 48 seconds to play. Baseball pass going left side over to Caden Netherton, who's in the ball game. And a foul on Jackson Reese, going to be his second. Netherton's a 5'8" freshman, so again, mainly freshmen on the floor for Monroe County right now. And it's Monroe County's basketball, and Netherton will toss it in. Netherton looking, still looking. Finally feeds it inside. And a jump ball as it went into Starnes, and he was pinned by Nunn, and the possession arrow to Barren with 40.9. Cade Hardy with it for the Trojans. 34 seconds to play. They just stand out there with it, bounce it against the deck. 28 seconds.
Can ask for a better night.
Wow.
Great career night for Mason. Got 9 of them and added to a big win. Hopefully we have some of that magic left. Dare County is a stupendous basketball team, and they're going to go up there tomorrow night and give us everything we want. So hopefully we are up to the challenge. We will enjoy this one tonight, get a little revenge against Falcon Nation, and celebrate it. Obviously, a good win.
69-46. Barren County wins it over Monroe County here tonight by 23, avenging a 1-point double overtime loss in Tompkinsville just 2 weeks ago. Trojans go to 16-8 on the year. Monroe County falls to 13-12. We get the final score: the Trojans 69, the Falcons 46. Post-game report next on 104 The Score.
Here at the Business Department, we offer 5 different career pathways: accounting, admin support, entrepreneurship, management, and marketing. We're also adding travel and tourism to our department also.
Name one career field that doesn't use business skills. You can't, because business skills translate across all careers.
Well, the FBLA and the business pathways are so much fun, and the teachers are amazing. Miss Wright, Miss Rush, and Miss Childress are like my moms at school, and they're awesome. I personally love the marketing pathway, and that's the pathway that I have completed. And so it's a lot of fun, and you get to do co-op your senior year if you've completed the pathway. My co-op is amazing, and I love it here. But the business pathway just has allowed me so many new opportunities to meet new friends. My best friends are in the business pathway, and I met them when I was freshman. And we have just completed this pathway together and had so much fun.
CPC Commodities, proven on our farm and made for yours. Barren County led 19-13 at the end of 1, led by 3 at halftime, 28-25. outscored the Falcons 21-9 in that third period to take a 15-point lead, and the lead stretched to 23 for the final score, 69-46, as the Trojans outscored the Falcons 20-12 in that final frame, a 41-21 second half by Barren County. The Trojans, we'll go with the Falcons first, 18 field goals, 5 of those were three-pointers. They were 5 of 10 from the line. Only one player in double figures. Austin Arnett had 14. He had 5 baskets. 2 of those were three-point shots. He was 2 for 2 from the line. And then 9 points for Reese Bartley. Had 3 baskets. 1 of those a three-point shot. He was 2 for 2 from the foul line. Bryson Knuckles scores 7, all in the first half on 3 field goals. 1 of those a three-point shot. Bryson Williams had 7, 3 baskets. 1 of 4 from the foul line. And 5 points for Jamison Pettit. 2 points for Braden Baxter and 2 for Levi Miller. For the Trojans tonight, 24 field goals. Half of those were three-pointers. 12 of the 24 field goals from behind the arc. And 9 of those coming from Mason Bunch. Trojans only missed 1 free throw tonight. 9 of 10 from the stripe. How about a career high for Mason Bunch? 30 points.
Nice.
For Mason Bunch, he had, 7 threes in the second half. 4 of those in the third, 3 of them in the fourth, 2 of them in the first. 3 for 3 from the line, 6 points in the first half, 24 in the second half, 30 for Mason Bunch. 12 for Tate Spillman. 4 baskets, 2 of those were threes. He was 2 for 2 from the line. Graham Hall had 11. He got in double figures. 5 baskets, 1 for 1 from the foul line. Brady had 8, 3, 2, and 3 of 4 from the foul line. 4 points for Kate Hardy and a couple of field goals. Waylon Clemens had a basket for 2, and so did Gavin Nunn for 2. But 12 threes tonight by Barren County. That's what you said during the day, right? I mean,
yeah,
you said Mason Bunch would have 5 threes and be 12 for the ball game.
That's what I told you.
So how about 9 for Mason Bunch?
We'll take it. Yep. And a career night. I think a school record tying individual game performance from behind the arc. I don't think anybody has hit double figures in a game, but I know one at least has, if not 2 or 3, have hit 9 in a game.
Well, Bunch had 31 coming into the game tonight, so you add 9 more to that, he's up to 40.
Well, and that's what Monroe County was saying. He doesn't have a great percentage, but he's been struggling lately. There's nothing better than a 9 performance to get him back on track. So they didn't know, those percentages don't tell the story of the season, how well he shot it early, kind of slumping late. You want to trend upward going towards that district and regional tournament, and maybe this is the start of it. We were 24 of 56 for 43%, 12 threes out of 31 attempts for 38. Mason was a big part of that, obviously. The Falcons were 18 of 42 for 43%. They hit 5 threes out of 14 for 36. We only turned it over 8. They turned it over 10. We out-rebounded by a big margin, 35-23, and a big margin on the offensive boards, 10 offensive boards, and held them to just 2 for the night. So great win, and here's one.
Coach, Mason Bunch on fire tonight. 9 threes, 30 career-high points.
Yeah, and
tonight. I was so glad to see that out of him.
Yeah, I was too, because he's very capable of doing that from time to time, and we kept saying it was going to happen at some point. Where I said a few days ago, I said he hadn't had that game where he made 6 or 8, but he's done that He's done that in practice from time to time. He's done it in freshman and JV games, so we knew he was very capable. Did it over the summer, and I thought he took good shots. He got threes at the line. We maybe make sure I wanted to do. For the most part, they were at the line or really close to the line, and obviously that makes a big difference. But big credit to him for making them. But our team did a great job of continuing to find him. They went to the zone, they went to the trap there a little bit, and we moved the ball, we got it to the middle, and we continued to reverse it back to him where he could step into it. So, I think they were about as excited as he was.
24 field goals altogether, half of those three-point shots. What is the individual record? Is it 9 or 10?
That I'm not really sure.
I have to do a little research on that. I guess.
Last year that Carson had it. Carson made 7 or 8, I think, in Gatlinburg, and they thought that was the record. But if that was, I don't know. I don't know anybody Nobody's ever made 9 since in my time, but now that's could have happened before me.
Great way to bounce back after that 1-point double overtime loss in Tompkinsville to come back and shoot the ball as good as we did. You held Arnett to 14. You held Knuckles and Williams to 7 points apiece.
Well, I think a big part, and I think I heard Robert on the rebounds, that we were plus 12 on the glass. And over there 2 weeks ago, we were minus 12 on the glass. We gave up 17 offensive rebounds, and they rebounded us 41-29, and that was a big point of emphasis on the game tonight. We had to keep them off the glass, and I thought we did a really good job of that. Second half, Williams got the offensive rebound there to start the half and laid it back in, and I don't remember them getting very many more after that. And we didn't give them a lot of easy shots, and we were able to rebound it and get going.
Yeah. Well, this is the first of 4 games in 5 days for you.
Yeah.
Go to Adair County tomorrow night, a team that's pretty good. They're 19-4. They've won 7 of their last 8. They average about 75 points a game, and they got some shooters.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good offensively, especially they've got size, and they've got a little bit of everything. I saw them the other night at Metcalf, and just knew it. We haven't played them in a few years, and I really haven't seen them very much. I've known how good they've been, and they've got the same group other than, they got the transfer Cochran. That's an outstanding player, but they're big, they're athletic, and they really shoot the ball. And, they got multiple guys that can shoot it. And offensively, they're really, really good, and they're good enough to. They've beaten some of the best teams in that region, and won a lot of really good games. And so we'll have our hands full up there tomorrow night. And I know you said it. We play the first game. The boys play at 5:30 tomorrow night. It's homecoming, I think, between games. So freshman district tournament is here tomorrow. I want to wish those guys good luck. The girls, there's 2 girls games starting at 8:30. Our girls play at 8:30, and then we play. Our boys play at 11. So we're hosting that. We're hosting that here tomorrow. So, good luck to those guys. Our freshmen have had a good year, Coach Withrow, and hopefully they can finish their season off good tomorrow.
So busy day of basketball tomorrow.
Yeah, it is, and Evan's got a game at 8 in the morning. So
You're going to have to get up early then, Coach.
Yeah, I don't sleep a lot anyway, so it's all good. So had a great crowd. Appreciate everybody coming tonight. So it was good to be back home. We haven't had seems like it's been a while since we've had a Friday home game especially, and we've been on the road quite a bit, and we'll go back on it for the next 3 games, and then we get to come back home for 3. So,
all right, Coach. Congratulations, Steve. We'll see you tomorrow night at Adair.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, Coach. Warren Cunningham, the Trojans winning by 23 over Monroe County tonight, 69-46. We'll come back and wrap it up as Coach's comments, as always, brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a meal today at McDonald's on Smith Road. Our MVP of the game. Well, there's no surprise and no question of who it is tonight for sure. Mason Bunch, 30 points, 9 threes, 3 for 3 from the foul line. All of his shots he made were from behind the arc. Career high 30 points from Mason Bunch. He's our MVP of the game tonight, brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Jamie Harris. Back to wrap it up after this break. This is Trojan Basketball on 104.7 The Score.
We start working all the way from kindergarten, and they start doing, if it's building the 3 little pigs houses and they have to build something and test it and all of these sorts of things, they start that kind of problem solving skills really young. We do a lot of group work, so they have to collaborate, they have to learn how to work well together, how to compromise. It's been really cool kind of seeing them kind of come in to kind of get all kinds of things. And plus it kind of prepares them, it kind of shows them like different career options and a lot of things that they've never thought about before. And so when we're doing Project Lead the Way and we're studying engineering, we'll pull up scientists and we'll pull up astronauts, and we've watched some launches on TV and just stuff like that to kind of show them that there's kind of a big world out there and there's all kinds of places and things that they can do.
Trojanettes win the earlier game 53-43 over the Lady-Falcons, and the Trojans 69, Monroe County 46. We'll be in Columbia tomorrow night to bring you the doubleheader. Boys game is first at 5:30. The Trojans and the Adair County Indians, followed by the girls game. We'll have all the action right here all over the score being around 5:15. That does it here for tonight. For Robert Bauer, studio producer Todd Belcher, I'm Jay Turner. Thanks for being with us, and good night from Bobby Steenberg and Court at Barren County High School Gym.